welcome to the VESL GG, the Call of Duty Esports League. We're looking at a whole 5 days of action across 8 groups, and it's going to be a ton of fun to see these teams play some Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. My name is Seymour. With me is Jesse, Crows, and Spaz. The duo is back on the mic for another season of COD. Finally, like you said, I'm so excited, Jesse. How you feeling today?
I'm feeling great. I mean, we've been waiting to just, dip our toes into some Modern Warfare 3, Colin. And I'm really excited about this as well. This is going to be a great opportunity for me and you, especially, to kind of get an eye and look at some maybe up-and-coming talent coming in a high school league here. We've never really had an opportunity to dish our way into that type of a league yet. We've done a lot of college, but high school we haven't gotten to, and this could be the next stage of college players that we see come up playing into some of those collegiate leagues that we watch. So it should be a lot of fun to get into.
The kind of presumptuous first step in the pipeline of what could be, the future Call of Duty talent inside maybe even the Call of Duty League, Jesse. It's going to be exciting to see that. Like you said, new kind of place for the two of us to be seeing, so we're going to be learning these teams as we go across these days. But let's take a look at which teams we're going to be looking at as we have a match schedule to go about. It's going to be 6 p.m. all the way to our 8:15 p.m. matchup. I think the first one we're going to be looking at, Jesse, is West Craven versus Wake Leadership. So that's going to be a fun one to see.
Yeah, it is. And what's really great about our schedule right now, too, is our teams that play in match 1. We got one team for match 1 and one team for match 2 that will end up playing inside of match 3, Colin. So we'll already get an idea of kind of what we're looking for going into that third match. And maybe we'll actually have some storylines going into that one, kind of get to see players for a second time, know maybe a little bit more what to expect. So that 7:30 match, that's what I'm really looking forward to, I think.
Yeah, I think that's like the whole thing that we're looking forward to, because you and I, we're all about those storylines, and the fact that we get to see teams, playing amongst each other all ready for today is going to be a whole lot of fun for these first couple of games. But for you at home, don't forget to check out youtube.com/@VESLGG. I mean, you're already here, you're watching, so why don't you hit that subscribe button too and follow along for the rest of the week of action here for Modern Warfare 3. But we also have a prize, Jesse, that we're going to be looking at for these teams playing. So it's not only going to be, the teams, us learning about the teams and, them playing up against each other just for the fun of it. There is prize money for them also to be playing it for. It's a total of $12,000 total prize. First place, $8,000. Second place, $3,000. Third place, $1,000 too. So that's a whole lot of money for these high schoolers to be walking away with.
That's a lot of money. If I walked away from a Call of Duty tournament in high school with $2,000 and 3 of my best friends winning a tournament in high school, I don't even know what I would have spent that money on, but it would not have been anything. It probably would have been a lot of pizza lunches at school. That's for sure. But
it would be a lot.
I mean, it's a fantastic opportunity for a lot of these players, right? I mean, even second place, walking away with a good chunk of that money for every single one of these players, it's going to be massive for them. I mean, this could be an upgraded setup. It could be getting that scuff controller that you need, or that pro controller that you need going into helping you get to that next level even after this, right? I mean, the possibilities are endless with money like this.
And especially, for high school students as well, Jesse. You talked about it, college right around the corner. It can also be a little bit of change that,
for sure,
goes into that funding as well. But it's exciting to see these teams. You and I were excited to learn about them as well. Like we talked about, our first match of the day is going to be West Craven versus Wake Leadership Academy. We got a little bit of insight as well from Wake Leadership Academy. You and I swag checked one of the members on New York Subliners. I think one of the part of the graphic team or part of the socials team. I don't know. I just know Swag Checked is the GOAT. And he's going to be playing up amongst Wake Leadership Academy. It's going to be fun to see them. I feel like, in my eyes, knowing how good he is and how much time he spends at playing this game, I think Wake Leadership are going to be really good today.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, if we have somebody who is associated with a CDL team, that is something that we need to keep our eye out for sure here today. And I would expect him to be very, very talented. A little bit of an update. It looks like we are going to be having a 3v3 for this first map. For first match, not 100% if it's going to be for both or what call, but that's going to be a little bit different for us too. Some 3v3 hardpoint, 3v3 search and destroy for the first 2 maps. But we roll with the punches here at VESL, and we're going to be ready to go for that here in just a little bit. But yeah, I'm really excited, especially to get into this. I mean, I've really been enjoying watching CDL over this past weekend. A lot of very interesting things that I haven't necessarily seen yet when watching scrims. A lot of new strategies coming out this weekend. So excited to see if maybe any of these high school players keeping an eye on that, picking up on any of those strategies coming into Hardpoint. I mean, we saw what was that that massive break? It was on Sunday night on I believe it was Invasion, and we saw Optic just break the I'm trying to remember what P5 is called now off the top of my head.
Palace.
Is it Palace?
Are we looking at? You're talking about Invasion. It's Palace. The Embassy.
Palace. The Embassy. Thank you. That's what it's called.
Yes,
Thank
yes.
you. Yeah. So yeah, we saw that massive break onto Embassy. We haven't really seen any breaks like that, like crazy like that yet, or made it look so easy like that yet. So maybe interested to see if we see any of these players really pick up on a couple of those strategies and really run with the punches here today as well.
It's interesting to talk about as you kind of got a glimpse at what we're going to be looking at for our map 1 Hardpoint Invasion. I feel like this map has really been known to be a little bit of a money hill galore type deal when you're looking at all 5 hills. Very important for teams to be rotating early, not get caught up in the glory of trying to break a hill rather than understanding, the hill might be over. It's only, 2 attempts in for the break, but if we don't make it, just kind of like gotta give it up and go next, because then you could be the team grabbing all the time on the next hill. I mean, even just myself looking at the mini map for Invasion and where all the hills lay across P1 to all the way to P5, it's very spread out. It's a very big map with a lot of sight lines for this ARs to take over, Jesse, and I feel like it's going to be a great time for those ARs to really warm up in this first match of the day.
Yeah, absolutely. This map really is an AR paradise, right? When you look at Invasion, you're absolutely correct when you talk about it, the fact that you're going to have to be running from side to side, and you look at the points on where the hills are on Invasion, and it is just like bang, P1 smack dab in the middle, then you're P2 top of the screen, P3 bottom of the screen. It's just you're almost always looking at an opposite portion of the map that you're going to have to run to. So you're absolutely correct. Rotation's going to be very, very important inside of Invasion and inside of Hardpoint in general in this game. I feel like if you don't have the spawns in this game, you can get cooked really, really easy, and that score can run up against you quite fast, and that's something that a lot of these teams are going to have to look out for here today.
Yeah, and for all those watching, we're getting into this game 1 as soon as possible, but we do have a giveaway here for Modern Warfare 3 that you guys could be looking forward to. Our Modern Warfare 3 giveaway, we got 3 copies for 3 lucky winners. December 11th, we're going to be having 2 winners. December 14th, we'll have our final winner. You can see the copies on that screen for VESL, but we got 4 steps for you to take these away. You go to youtube.com/@VESLGG, type !giveaway in the chat, watch the stream, and get a chance to win that. Modern Warfare 3, it's a fun time, Jesse. You were saying that you've been really enjoying this game. I've been really enjoying this game. I've been grinding the heck of it ever since it's dropped. Now that, the CDL has started up, I've been loving playing 8s, playing my S&D channels as much as possible, learning the game, and I think that, if you're definitely watching and enjoying it, you want that chance to get this giveaway.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it also opens up that opportunity to even play games like Warzone as well, right? And Warzone's been a lot of fun. It came out, last week on Thursday with the new Season 1 update. That's been a good time so far as well. Been able to jump in to the new map for a little bit there as well.
Zombies?
I actually haven't touched zombies at all yet, but I've heard a lot of really good things about zombies in this year's game.
I've been playing a lot of zombies, Jesse, and it's been a lot of fun. I was a little bit interested when I first saw, zombies in Modern Warfare 3, and it's going away from, the traditional round-based zombies into the open world Warzone DMZ type zombies. But it's been a whole lot of fun grinding it out. Not only Modern Warfare 3, but like you said, Warzone and zombies. So get a chance, to check out that giveaway. Hopefully we got 3 lucky winners that will be grinding out the game alongside us, Jesse. But to talk about this matchup again, to kind of reel it back into what we have, a little bit of issues, I think, getting things going, maybe just waiting to get the lobby back up, it seems like, and once we do, we'll be hopping into that Invasion hardpoint right away. But spent a lot of time watching Invasion over the weekend in CDL, scrims as well. Jesse, how do you feel about this map for hardpoint?
I like it, honestly. I mean, you know me. I feel like you know my recipe to success for a good hard point. We've
Exactly
cast it
what you
together
like.
enough. This is definitely one of those maps where I look at it and I'm like, damn, Invasion is a good hard point map because it requires so much teamwork to be able to traverse across the map and break a lot of these hard points, especially. But this year it's even harder to break hard points because one, you don't have as many stuns and nades to be able to throw because trophy systems are a thing again this year. So that's going to be something a lot of these players are going to have to work and watch their way out for. But also just like the way that you have to kind of move around the map to be able to break into a lot of these spawns, it's not easy. ARs will be mounted up. Your submachine guns need to have an avenue and a lane to be able to push up, to be able to get inside of the hill, to be able to attack into the players who are sitting on the time. And it's not very easy to do in this game at the moment. And that's going to be something that a lot of these players are going to need to work out for. A lot of teamwork needed on this map, and a lot of rotational heavy zone play is needed as well.
And a lot of patience, too, that your ARs are going to need. I
Yeah.
mean, we talked about how big of hills they could be, you know, the money hills, especially. I look at, you know, P5, P3, and P4 all simultaneously being money hills in their own right.
For sure.
Especially P4 and P5, the rotations, the crossfires that could be set up on those two hills. You know, P5 alone, you could just hardly get into the embassy. But P4,
Right.
the crossfires from, you know, B Street, as well as, you know, from P1, looking from DVD. It's hard to cross into P4 in general, break that setup, and I think you're going to need that teamwork, not only that, but using, you know, Invasion's sightlines, you know, how top down it is in a couple of second floors that you're going to be seeing, you know, in the side of those broken apartments. There's a lot of opportunity for setups to break on this map as well as that. So it just kind of comes down to, like you said, I guess, that teamwork altogether. But for our map number 2, because I think we should also let people know that this is going to be a best of 3, and all our matches are going to be a best of 3 when we're looking at the group stage, and we will get the search and destroy and the control for maps 2 and 3. I think search has been really fun in this game, heading back to a lot of traditional, a lot of throwback maps, Jesse. A lot of teams, they know how to play these maps, but we're in a high school league. A lot of these players didn't get to play Modern Warfare 2.
They never played MW2. Yeah, a lot of these kids, right? And so that's the fun part, right? They're all learning these maps for the first time right now. Me and you were like, oh, been there. We've played those. And honestly, it's been a lot of fun just to even go back and be able to play them again. Because these are great maps. Really, really fun, especially for Search and Destroy. But Colin, it looks like we are in the game. We got a 3v3, and we're jumping right in.
Yeah, hopping on board with Chicone, swag check from from Wake Leadership. If you remember correctly, maybe the team names have been flipped around, but it's not going to be Invasion. We're heading to Karachi for a map 1 hardpoint. And this is kind of like the same exact thing, where those ARs are going to have such a good time on this map, Jesse. The rotations are going to be so important, and for the subs, so many angles to check.
I'd say maybe the only thing, maybe a little bit different from this map, from what we were kind of leading our way into with Invasion, is this map can be a lot more scrap heavy as well. Like you see a lot more mid-map fights and a lot more team pushes as opposed to what you see on a map like Invasion. So yeah, I'm right there with you though. Excited to see this one come through now as well. And yeah, if you're West Craven right now, you're definitely trying to pull this one back a little bit, as this has been a very, very good start here for Swag Jack and the side of Wake.
23-10 to start off on Karachi. You can finally see teams setting up for the rotation. Chicone's going to get spotted on this cross and has to fight in a 1 versus 2. However, not understanding where these players are already at. Cafe under the hold of West Craven, and Swag Check, nice little 2-piece. 5 kills already to open up Karachi. Now looking to finesse his way in for a little bit of time.
Yeah, and now this is where you can get a really, really good hold here. You got to make sure you can't just let these players make this hop up easily, and they are already doing a great job of shutting that down. They do get 1, they get 2, and they actually end up finding all 3 there, Colin. It is so hard to break this Cafe Hill once you get a good hold like this.
No, but EDXT on the hop, no eyes on, 13 seconds left for this. Up these players for West Craven. They need to start thinking about the rotations, but they want to play for the scrap, and there's only 5 seconds left. So EDXT finally going to jump on into the cafe, look for these members. Shot in the back from TI-12, and take a look at that map. Swag checked. I mean, we said a lot of experience on this game, already rotating to new.
Yeah, already at the new hill. Should have a one-on-one here on the outside, and a very nice win over EDXT there to be able to find that kill. They get 2. They find the 3rd as well. This is a fantastic start here once again. Wake Leadership finding some more points on the board and really starting to get this lead going in their favor.
Yeah, the spawns right now towards bridge for West Craven. Will give them an opportunity to head over towards the market right away. Set up for a break with 25 seconds left. Swagjack shot back 6 in a row. Stays alive. Team kill coming out from West Craven will slow them down. And already you see those green arrows questioning whether or not they want to try this once more or whether or not they should just pack up their bags and head over to P4. It is going to be a crossover in towards the middle. LMG user looking to fight this one out. Finally puts an end to that streak from Swagjack, but can't get a second one. Church now needs to be on their mind.
LMG user need to use a different weapon in hand than normal. LMG is not allowed in competitive play. He's got the rival 9 out. Unfortunately, not able to find anything there. But, I mean, again, Colin, this has just so far been perfect hardpoint here from the side of Wake leadership. Everybody pushing into the new hill. They're just getting set up constantly here, and it has been very tough to find any breaks here from the side of West Craven. But you know what? Finally, we get a little bit of time here inside of the hill. They do end up falling, and once again, it's going to be another 6 spree here for Ciccone, and another big amount of points going the way of Wake leadership.
That's streaks too if they need. Trojan can keep AO down to the guns, walks through the door, immediately falls. Blank setting up around the alley. Swagcheck, nice heads up play to read these players jumping from the top rope. Swag checked yet again. 150 now for West Craven, all ready to P5. Swag check there for the setup.
And it just does not matter right now. It doesn't seem like West Craven, or sorry, Wake leadership can do anything wrong. As we head over into Hotel, again, they will be the first team there, set up, ready to go. LMG user going to be trying to break this one from the backside. We'll run inside the hill. We'll find one as well. Oh, can't get the second, though. That could have been a massive opportunity to find some good time. Unfortunately, won't find anything there. And once again, Wake leadership will continue to hold on to a point with 30 seconds left.
30 seconds left on this hill. Wake leadership all grouped up, but they don't know. Flank coming out from Swagjack. He's in the perfect spot to find a couple kills. There's the first one. Second line straight up. LMG has broken in, but for how long? Not expecting the players right behind him. And 3 kills for Swagjack keeps them in control of the last few seconds. Wake leadership spawning all the way over and towards the barrels of that. Gonna take one last swing at this, but 3 seconds left, and P1 already on the minds of West Craven. TI-12 watching for these members for this game. 200 points for West Craven. They're ready to put it away.
And I mean, Colin, I feel like we got to talk about it. Swagjack is very much so been the difference maker here inside of this map right now. More kills by himself than the other team has combined at the moment. 21-7, playing very well. Oh, yeah. Yes, the rest of your teammates, you know, sitting inside of the hill, doing their thing right now to give him the opportunity to be able to run around, do their thing on the map. But very much so has been a very big part of this team. But we do get a break here. West Craven has hopped into the new hill. Unfortunately, EDXT cannot find the kills. Swagjack finds all 3 in the feed once again, Colin. And this is going to be another couple seconds here going the way of Wake leadership as they continue to run this score up. Only 20 seconds left needed for the win here.
Yeah, TI-12, another one. The Semtex is going to land. 17 seconds remaining. EDXT, one last shot to stay alive here in Karachi. Ciccone standing strong inside this hill. 7 and 5. Finally drops with 8 seconds left for the win. Rotation over the cafe is going to open up. Swag checked all the way in Hotel. Watching over the rotations. Confirms a kill. Opts in for time. Behind the desk, wins it out. Swagjack doing everything right now. 26 and 8. Slides out with the rifle 9 in the backhand, but a huge win from AO. It's just not enough. West Craven with a dominant win here in the hard point. 250-32.
That's a big map one, too. That's a scary map one for the rest of the series here, I will say. Karachi Hardpoint did not disappoint, though, and neither did Swagcheck. Fantastic game. 26 and 9 to finish there, Colin. I mean, what more can you really say about the man here? And that 3,900 damage as well. Really, really stepping up to the plate here. Didn't even need a team at that point. Just Swagcheck. I mean, how many 3 pieces did we see there inside of that game? He said, hey, go soak up the hill, guys. I'm going to just sit inside it. I'm going to run all over these kids, and he absolutely did. Fantastic map number 1.
Yeah, it's a big game for Swag Check for sure, Jesse, and you know the rest of the team right behind him, soaking up that hill time. Everybody having their moments there from West Craven and Wake leadership. There's something to say that not understanding the rotations, the fundamentals of the hard point. Definitely, it seemed like they were having a little bit of a learning curve there against West Craven, and it was hard to break a couple of those hills as they were taking so many individual gunfights, Jesse. But 250 to 32, Swagchep putting the numbers up like he was. You could say that West Craven definitely looked like the team to beat right now.
Yeah, I'd definitely say so. They looked very, very good. I think, I mean, it just kind of came down to looking like they maybe knew a little bit more about the spawns and kind of where they needed to go to on the map, more so than what we saw out of Wake Leadership Academy as well. So, very interesting to see that one come out from there. We do need to kind of see, maybe, you never know. West Craven might be just the search and destroy masters calling. You never know. They might come out. They might surprise us here coming into the next map. But with that 32 score line, that first map, not fully holding my breath here.
No, and I will say, heading into Search and Destroy, it takes away the aspect of having to rely on those respawns, having to, I guess, pay attention to the respawns as well, and, for the rotations, the time that you have to worry about for those hardpoint hills. And now in Search and Destroy, it just kind of boils down to staying alive, finding our kills, maybe getting that bomb planted in and amongst the map, wherever we're going to for this map number 2. But it takes a lot less pressure down to, I guess, playing the objective, and more so down to playing your style of Search and Destroy. It's a lot less to worry about.
Yeah, absolutely, right? And I love that you just bring that up, bringing and playing your style of Search and Destroy, because, I mean, Search and Destroy can be played multiple ways, right? You can really run and gun at people, or you can slow it down, you can wait in corners, you can play as campy as you want to. At the end of the day, it's your strategy, how you want to play that map. And, I mean, if I am the side of West Craven, I'm looking at Wake Leadership Academy, and I'm going to come into this next game, and I think that the best thing to do is slow down the pace. You can't let them just run at you and keep gunning you off things. You got to try to catch them off guard, maybe throw a couple smokes here and there. Just do something just to really mess with them inside of this lobby here. Not sure if we're going to be carrying over the sniper GA. I imagine that we will. I would love to see snipers come out, but I don't think that we will end up seeing them here today, though. Obviously, time will tell, but I do believe we are following the pro GAs, though, for the most part.
I'm just saying, I saw a couple of snakes in there, so I don't think we're going to be following too many GAs.
I also saw a smoke get thrown inside of the hard point, though, so I did.
I did too, Jesse. So maybe we get to see those snipers out. I'm right there with you. I wouldn't mind seeing a little bit of snipers. I watched a whole lot of CDL this week, and I didn't see snipers. I was a little bit sad about that after getting not one but 2 seasons of snipers back to back with Vanguard and MW2. So I miss the snipers, and I would love to see some come out, especially if we get a high rise. I mean, you just think about, it's the reason why I guess snipers got GA'd, but having a player right off the spawn snipe somebody across mid-map on high rise, it doesn't get better than that.
No, I mean, I think that's probably the big reason, right? I mean, maybe
it's one of the reasons.
You just GA them on one map then, you just say no snipers on high rise. I think that's fair, right? And then, we're fine. But or you just let people run smokes. I saw smokes this weekend in CDL. That was something I was very confused about, actually. And I will be honest. We saw no snipers, but we did see smokes getting used inside of CDL this weekend. That was just something I was like,
You're allowed one.
No, I know, one smoke, but it's just like.
Snipers are overpowered, man. I won't lie. Snipers are overpowered. I don't blame them at all for getting them out of the game. But
they are pretty crazy this year. The cat, insane.
Oh yeah, it is like. I guess I miss it. I won't lie. But
I think I'm just greedy. I just want snipers all the time. In every Call of Duty competitively, I just want snipers. So
it's a part of the game. It's part of our hearts, Jesse. You want to see it for sure, but fortunately, we won't get to see it this year. I feel we just won't get to see it.
I think you're right on that one.
That's a little sad. But I was talking about it into the pre-show, and I guess we could bring it up. About Search and Destroy in this game. It feels really good playing Search and Destroy, even without the snipers. Having smokes back as well allows for a lot more plays to be made, Jesse, for, crossing into some sight lines when normally you have to worry about an MCW watching you from across the map. With having those smokes in, I mean, it's just the playmaking is incredible. We saw it a little bit with Atlanta FaZe when Sim dropped that smoke, ran through it, found an ace back on Invasion. It's just incredible playmaking capabilities.
Yeah, and you know what? I mean, we watched a lot of other competitive games with bomb mode similar to either, to Search and Destroy when you look at other titles as well. And there's always smokes in those game modes, right? And they get used very, very strongly in a lot of those games to create those openings that you're talking about, or to give you that one up that you need in some of these gunfights. And I think that strategy does come into it quite heavily. One smoke might not be that crazy of a thing, but that's still one more smoke than what you had last year and the year before as well. So it will be nice to see them come back, cut off that line of sight, don't allow that AR just to post up and be able to knock everybody down as soon as they walk past. And there are some maps where you do have some crazy lines of sights for these ARs, so it'll be really, really good to see those get cut off with smokes as well. Interesting to see if the high school players pick any of that up as well.
Interesting to see where we're going to for this map number 2, Jesse, because, I mean, for Search and Destroy, we have High Rise, Invasion, Karachi, Terminal, Skid Row. The exact same lineup that we have for Hardpoint Control is going to be whittled down to just 3 maps, but I think when we're looking at it, I've been a big fan of Skid Row S&D. Terminal S&D as well is always a fan favorite. I mean, from back in the day, who doesn't like Terminal? But we're looking at, Invasion, Karachi, not my favorite Search and Destroy maps, but people do tend to like it. So excited to see what we get. And it is, in fact, going back to Karachi for this. So taking a look at what we're going to be getting for these bomb sites. It is going to be B over in towards the streets, A towards Cafe, and Ciccone already heading over towards B.
And B has been a fan favorite to hit quite a bit. There's a lot of power positions on both sides of B, though, that you do need to watch out for. The defensive side can really set up in those apartment buildings you saw just across there. But Ciccone knows he's got an opening here. Bomb will go down over at B. And this is so passive right now from the side of West Craven at the moment. And everybody on the side of Wake Leadership now going to have to make their way across the map to try to shut this down. They are already down a man. This is looking like a tough rotation here, Colin.
Yeah, LMG user just going to run right out into the open. The I-12 set up to watch that AO. Finally going to be seen. All 3 members of West Craven now able to collapse on this last player's position. AO trying to do his best. Manages to find 1 kill before going down, but that is going to be West Craven round 1 here in the Search and Destroy.
And a good round 1 too, right? I mean, you get the bomb down. I also believe that it is Swag that is on. I think our names are backwards. So I believe Swag is on the side of West, or sorry, on the side of Wake Academy, and then West Craven is the other team. So I believe we got the names flipped again here. It's okay though. We can kind of roll with the punches. And Swag checked off to yet again Colin, another very good start here for Wake Leadership here. Nice little 2-0 for them. See what West Craven decides to do with the bomb this time. It looks like it's going to be a full B hit as well. Difference in 2 strategies, though. We do see somebody on the side of Wake Leadership over here, and it is Swag checked. We'll find the first, get that first blood, and now a fantastic ability here up in a 3v2 advantage to be able to just really shut this down. And you can see as soon as that first player goes down AO, the last 2 players now on West Craven don't even want to take an opportunity to look over that side of the map now.
Yeah, there we get to see Wake Leadership on the left, West Craven on the right. So Wake Leadership after a fantastic hard point already looking to trend for that success into Search and Destroy. 3 quick kills flawlessly there. They don't lose a single member as they are taking over in this series. Well, they took over back in the hard point, Jesse. It is just the Swag checked show 5-0.
Yeah, I think Swag Check's feeling themselves right now. Just a little bit, right? Just running around. Well, how many did they drop in that map 1? It was like 23, 24 in that first map. Something crazy like that. And a 3v3 is nuts as well, by the way. I'm just saying. And now already 5-0 here for Wake Leadership. Up 2-0 here in the map as well. And last time on offense, it was Wake Leadership sending all 3 players over to B. No pressure from West Craven at all over towards the B portion of the map. This time it's going to be almost the opposite. A lot more pressure over towards B. You can get a couple good eyes on, but we do have a push from Swag Check running pretty much straight down middle of the map. And one I think we're about to see the hop up into apartments here as well.
Yeah, Swag checking in some good timing here. Nobody's going to be watching across. Finally, he's going to be Matt, and he just doesn't want to lose. 6 kills in a row. That is the cruise missile acquired. And immediately backs off. Back over towards B where the bomb is getting planted now with numbers. Swag check fishing for a second one, but I like this call to play passive. They already have numbers. They don't really need to take the fight to West Craven. Now just down to 1 player left, LMG user. And he's going to be the one that has to try to defuse this with 26 seconds left. So 2 members up top and TI-12 taking the full rotation back over towards mid. Not really a whole lot for LMG user to do, and he's going to be taking the full route in through the back. You can't go that way. It has to be through the front.
I respect the try though. You gotta respect the try there. I'm not gonna lie, calling this B site when that bomb gets down and you have players set up on the back side of the stairs there. It is so tough. Or sorry, backside of bridge, I should say. It is so tough to be able to break your way into that site. I almost swear I've seen a couple teams, bomb goes down and immediately you just hop a ninja defuse. That seems like a better strategy than trying to fight your way into it sometimes, I'm not going to lie.
I mean, sometimes that's the way it feels, but with how wide open B is, it's not easy to take those fights, like you said. And it's almost a site where you have to fight for that early space in and around the market. And it's totally possible to get that timing into market. You just have to have that idea already laid out, and you can see that Wake leadership. They don't want to take that space right away. You see posted up with the MCWs watching for that cross, and West Craven taking their sights over towards A. One member is going to be watching in behind Cafe, and player 3 already in towards red. It's Swag checked on the hunt for the rest of them, and EDXT last alive once more for West Craven, trapped inside of red room. Swag check going to spot him out. Back over towards the Renetti. West Craven again.
It's just the swag check show right now. 10-0, Colin, to start this game off. 4-0 lead here. And I believe that's the ace in that round as well for swag check. Found the first one through middle of the map. Then just hopped down here into red and was able to find another 2 afterwards. I mean, just playing, I don't know, on a different level right now than what we've seen. And swag check, fantastic job. We love to see the start of it here. Look, it's not even him just rocking the NYSL skin. Okay, we got 2 NYSL skins here in the lobby as well. I'd be terrified going up against swag check right now. 10-0, mental's chalked.
10-0. I mean, it's not only down to the gunny that swag checked is finding the timing, outgunning West Craven, but it also goes down to the knowledge and understanding of the way that the map is played. You can see swag checked in the early timings to watch the crossover towards A. Nobody is spotted, so he's going to immediately call for the bomb to get planted and just watch and hope that somebody makes the mistake of walking out into the open, Jesse.
Also has a cruise missile as well for when this goes down inevitably to be able to just hold it over. Honestly, I might even think about just dropping it here to just kind of give your teammate a little bit more time. But West Craven, you got to think that they just took a look at the bomb, didn't see anything on it, didn't hear anything, and everybody just rotated over towards B. And now, unfortunately, bomb goes down at A. It is a 2v3, but this is a much harder spot to be able to hold. Swag check does go down. EDXT with the second of the round, and now we're left all up to Ciccone to hold this off.
And you don't have to worry about that streak now. Ciccone going to be seen. Both members would like to see them work together to win this one out in a pinch. Ciccone's going to look to find the first, so he does. And late on the rotation is the second. So 1 versus 1, 10 seconds left. It takes 7.5 for the defuse, and there's just no time, Jesse. So Ciccone might fall, but the round is going to go to Wake leadership for 5 in a row in the search and destroy. For those who may not know, it does go to 6, so now they are 1 point away from winning out map 2.
Yeah, 1 round away from the win. Yeah, I just realized we haven't really gone over very much of that ourselves here either. Yeah, it goes up to 6, best of 11 inside of search and destroy. And when you want to get that defuse, like you said, Colin, 7.5 seconds you need left on the time to be able to grab the defuse. That he had 2.3 seconds left. Not nearly enough time. You got to respect the effort, but not nearly enough time. Would have needed to punch those bomb codes in extremely quickly to get that one done there, but not the case. 5-0 lead. Swag checked. I'm disappointed in you for falling in this game even once there. 10-1, unfortunate, but now pushing their way over towards A. I love that this is a full push here by the team. But you just got to watch out because you do have Ciccone over here, and they've done a great job inside of Cafe, the back alley there, of holding this down throughout round after round so far. And also the rest of Wake leadership, what you've seen a lot of times so far, as soon as they don't see any pressure over towards B, it's been very quick rotations over.
TI-12 stays alive behind the barrier. That is huge. Immediate cruise missile going to be called in from swag checks. And it hits it hard. No. 2 kills from the cruise missile right away. West Craven to a 1 versus 3. AO hiding inside of P5, inside of the hotel with the bomb down. So much to do and so little time. So hoping some timing goes his way in the gunfight as well. No open. Swag check falls, but the trade is there. And Wake Leadership are going to be taking the search and destroy as well as the hard point. Very dominant fashion, Jesse. And they're going to kick off our VESL Call of Duty Esports League with a 2-0 to start the group stages.
A dominant 2-0 as well. Not close. 250 to what, 32 map 1, second map, 6-0. Swag checked is feeling very good right now. I mean, 330 damage around is kind of crazy when you're playing a 3v3 call. That is crazy stuff coming out of Swag Check there inside of the map number 2. A very, very talented player, clearly. We'll get to see them again a little bit later on here tonight as well. As I believe Wake Academy, we do see them once more in our third match here. So that should be really, really good to see them up once again. See Swag Check what he can do. Again, maybe up against a different team. See if maybe we get some, maybe a little bit more competition going against him this time as well. Because, I mean, hey, they looked good, but they looked just that little bit more prepared than what we saw on the other team in terms of playing MW3 right now.
Yeah, I think a lot of it's going to come down to, I guess, the time put into the game, the time put into learning the game, and really understanding the basic methods of hardpoint and search and destroy. And when it comes down to Wake Leadership, and you know that somebody like Swag Check, who is, you know, in relation to one of the Call of Duty League teams, he's going to be around all the talent, all the way at the top, the T1 leadership that we're going to be seeing from NYSL. Kind of trickle down through his playstyle and what he's able to learn through these players, through the organization, and translate that into not only his gameplay, but obviously his team play too, because Wake Leadership, Jesse, they had some very strong setups on the search and destroy on their defense, some great executes onto their offense. They definitely had a good handle on what to do.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, outside of just kind of running around and doing their thing, they also, like you said, did a really good job of not only getting that bomb down. Once they got that bomb down, getting into powerful positions, you know, back bridge, pushing up into top third, just getting into the spots where it's very hard to be able to take an AR player out of, let alone you put Swag checked up there the way that he was shooting there inside of that lobby. It was not really a recipe for success for the other side of things, but when you look at Wake Leadership, that was a very, very good map for them there, even on their defenses too. I mean, they were more so just setting one middle map, one over towards B, set one back alley on Cafe, and just kind of watch all your angles. You kind of get some map information, rotate afterwards. Yes, it was a 3v3. Normally we play 4v4 in competitive, so maybe a little bit of a difference there for them, but still a very good job by them there. Inside of that series, they're able to walk away with the win, and that's going to propel them and give them a lot of confidence going into the rest of these games here tonight.
Yeah, it's a testament to the group and, you know, what level you have to reach if you want to take down Wake Leadership, for sure, for those teams who are watching the stream. But for everybody who's watching the stream, as we get ready to head to a break, don't forget about the MW3 giveaway that we do have for VESL. 3 copies for 3 lucky winners, and it is December 11th. So tonight, 2 of those winners will be picked. That third winner on December 14th. The 4 steps at the bottom. Go to youtube.com/VESLGG. Type ! giveaway in the chat. Watch the stream, and you have your chance to win. Jesse, game number 1, it is done for our best of 3. We're going to head to a quick little break, and when we come back, our second match here on Stream 1.
Yo, what's up, guys? We have a special guest joining us today, D-Real. I actually have a quick summary for him real quick. D-Real, welcome to the stream. We're so happy to have you. I'm Gemini. This is Risk. Man, it's so nice having you.
Can't hear you. Give us
good?
a second.
Are we good? Mic isn't working.
Oh, I was muted. Sorry, guys.
There we go.
No, apologies. No,
We're like, wait, what's
absolute
happening?
privilege to be on here with you two today. I genuinely appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Yeah, man. Well, I have a summary for you right now for all the viewers out there. D-Real is one of the, if not the greatest coach in the Call of Duty League right now, leading the New York Subliners to a championship trophy back in June of this year. He was nominated as Coach of the Year for the Esports Awards and is a STEM major. So far this season, the New York Subliners have beat Optic Texas, the Los Angeles Guerrillas, with an insane showing. Their next matchup will be against the Las Vegas Legion on December 16th at 1:30 p.m. Pacific time on the Call of Duty League. Wow, man. You've achieved a lot.
No, I haven't achieved as much as I'd like. I do appreciate the praise. The praise is misplaced. It's not me. It is a team effort at the end of the day. You know, we
100%.
win as a team, we lose as a team. The praise is you know, I do appreciate the words, but they are misplaced. And yeah, good start to the season. A lot to work on. A lot of issues yesterday with controllers and whatnot, but we keep moving.
Yeah, for sure. One of our casters wanted to know how uncomfortable were the booths at the Esports Awards. That was from Seymour.
I'm assuming he's referring to the picture. I think someone posted a pic of me sat next to Alicat.
Yeah.
The booth. So there were 10 of us on a 6-seater booth, and I think I took maybe the seat of 3 people with my wingspan. So poor Ali is to my left. She's she's got a big dress. She's dressed like she's Cinderella.
Yeah.
Sparkles everywhere. There's sparkles all over me. She's to my left. I've got Paco's girlfriend, Kismet's girlfriend, and I've got the CEO, the president of NYSL, struggling to fit at the end. Yeah, it was difficult, and we were sat there for like 2 or 3 hours, and then I'm just man spreading. Like, yeah, I own the place.
How was the
So,
Esports
I
Awards,
do
by the way? We
apologize.
were watching it in the office, but how was it live?
It was an incredible experience. I've never been to anything like that. I've never been to sort of any red carpet event, whether it's for movies, whatever. So they had the whole
sure.
red carpet thing. They had like the news outlets. They had the different interviews. So that was pretty cool. And then just being a part of, you don't realize when you're in COD how big esports truly is. I didn't recognize anyone there. There's so many figures from different esports and different, like, say, different games, for example, different communities. And it's just a cool experience to see everyone in the same room, for rolling esports together. It's cool.
For sure. Well, something we definitely want to know is how did you get into the position you're in today, and what can our students do to reach that level of pro play, reach that level of coaching? Do you have any advice, and how did you exactly get here?
I'll try and not. I mean, do you want the long-winded answer? I'm not too sure how long you guys have. I've got a whole story.
Probably not that
with this.
long.
I mean,
Let's make it like 2 minutes.
Yeah, so I was a pro player. I was in Europe, and I decided to go back to med school. I wanted to finish my degree. I wanted to study to be a dentist. Missed COD. I felt like something was missing in my life, so got into boxing. Studied and worked to become a head coach of boxing. And then as part of my what's called in Japanese culture ikigai, which is your purpose, I thought, how can I combine my passion and all these different things to move my life forward, to seek fulfillment? And so I came back to COD and I started to coach in challenges. Now, coaching never really was a thing, so it started to develop after Black Ops 4. Every team had a coach. I had the X and O's knowledge, but I think one thing that really set me apart in challenges was all the other aspects, the philosophies, the sort of. Oh, no, you're good. Sorry. No, all the the morals, the ethics, the different conflict resolution states, all these different things that coaches in traditional sports go through, is something that I learned, and decided to coach in challenges. Yeah, don't mind him. He's an absolute star, by the way. Went through and decided to try and bring that into coaching, because in my mind I was looking 5-10 years ahead. Coaching may not be what it was back then, but eventually it will progress. Same thing happened in League, same thing happened in CSGO. Coaching becomes less of more friends, but more so holding people accountable, culture setting, goal setting and stuff like that. So coached for 3 years in challenges, won a lot in challenges, and then obviously Paco was one of the players who I coached for over a year and a half when he turned 18. Joined New York as a performance
18?
coach because yes,
Wow.
and then joined New York as a performance coach. I had a couple of different offers at the time. It was actually Clay. I know a lot of people say, me and Hydra got me onto New York. It was actually Clay. Surprisingly, Clay was the one that got me on. And then because of Crim and Clay, I thought New York was where I'm going to learn the most. In my mind, I have the goal of being the best to ever do it. One way I'm going to do it is learning from the greats, right?
Yeah.
Clay and Crim, and so here
And
I am.
you've been with them for a few years?
Yeah, with Clay and Crim, yeah. But with New York, it's going to be my 3rd year.
3rd year. Wow.
Yes.
Well, Riss, I know you had a question.
Oh, I did. So my question to you, after seeing the games that happened yesterday, I know there was some controversy around Sky.
Yeah.
Do you think he was snaking?
He apologized. He did.
As long as he apologized.
There will be
Yeah.
repercussions. I know we
So
aren't gonna
a
get
lot
warm
of
up
our
for next
students tonight have questioned around some of the CDO rules, snaking being one of them. Can you kind of explain why it's not allowed in the CDO?
Yeah, so snaking is an exploitable mechanic. What that does is it breaks the cameras of the game. When someone is continuously moving up and down, up and down, up and down, the person that is doing the action, you can see the other person quite clearly, right? But the other person can't see you. So as I'm moving up and down and I'm continuing with the snake, I can get bullets into you, but you don't have a chance in hell to see me, right? So you're breaking the cameras, you're having the advantage of getting 1, 2, 3 bullets in before the enemy can even do anything. So that's why snaking is not looked fondly upon.
Yeah. Well, you guys have been doing amazing this season. The only thing that I've noticed is that you guys almost got reverse sweeped by both teams. How are you guys trying to get better in that aspect where that does not happen?
So first and foremost, excellent mental resilience from the guys. Couldn't be more prouder. The fact that I think we won 3 round 11s, denied a reverse sweep. There's always positives to be taken. LAG, I'm not trying to use it as an excuse. They played very good. But when you have 3 players who are playing musical chairs with their controllers because their backups of the backups have been fried, and if anyone who has competed, if I use a controller that I have here, I've got this controller here. I have muscle memory on this controller, right?
Yep.
If I am then swapping it, I don't have the same muscle memory. My movement is not going to be as sharp. It's impossible. Times that by 1,000 at the highest level, you are going to get punished. And if all the players are trying to swap and trying to find what controllers feels good, because different controllers have different tension on the sticks, different configurations, mouse clicks. It's not like back when I played. It's you can plug and play.
It's a great reminder for our students for our LANs coming up. Make sure to bring your gear. If you don't have your gear, you're not going to play as well as you usually do. So make sure to bring.
Make sure you have a backup.
Yeah, for sure.
As well, if possible. Yeah, and so when everyone's changing controllers, things are not as optimal as you can get. But hey, they played very well. All we can do, all we do every single time, last year included, is we look at what are the goals for the week, review the VOD, what do we need to change, what do we need to improve, what do we need to work on, predict the vetoes for next week, and then go from there.
For sure. Well, your boy Swag Checked is in this tournament. He just showed
Oh,
off
my
an
boy Nate.
insane performance against West Craven. We've been having some issues with the Codcaster. I don't know. For some reason, they invert the teams whenever we put them in. I don't really
Same in the CDL.
understand. but we're just now figuring that out, so we're having some technical issues with that. But your boy Swag Check is really showing out. What's your backstory with him? How did you meet him and all that sort of stuff?
I met him first event I think I met him at was Major 4 New York, and I knew of him because he was part of the content creation team for New York. But I also knew of him because he used to dominate. Tommy used to host eights with viewers, and I used to watch this kid, and he used to remind me of the way Paco plays. Very fluid, very his movement, his centering, everything about him was very sharp, very fluid. And then another thing that caught me off guard is one of the content pieces that we had to do for New York was we would watch a player and we would have to say, okay, what rank is he? I was watching this guy play. I'm thinking Paco has sent a clip. I think you can find the video, and I said, this is Paco's clip. Had the same camo, same everything, same movement. And it turned out to be Swag, Nate. And I'm like, wait, this guy is for the future. Like, we got to keep eyes on this guy. And so ever since then, he's done some TikToks for me. Good kid. He's got
awesome.
an amazing support system. You know, his mom and dad, his biggest fans.
Yeah, his
so
mom's in the chat right now. Shout out to
she's
mom checked.
yeah,
Yeah.
she's amazing. You know, the dad checked is amazing. Paco's baguette. You know, they're both absolutely amazing, and there's no way he doesn't succeed in COD. You just
For
want
sure.
him to succeed.
So you definitely think he's gonna go pro in COD?
I think so. Yes, I think so. If
New York
I'm gonna have to
Subliners,
start,
bring
I'm gonna have to
him
sign him. I have to
Yeah.
start him. Like, if he
For
keeps
sure.
doing what he's doing and he keeps on working hard, like no doubt.
Better be careful. Carolina could come.
Ooh. What are your thoughts on the Carolina Ravens right now?
Um, as in the team or the results?
The team, the results have been.
Oh,
Well, they're still working. You know, it's a new team. You know, you're getting used to the chemistry. But I mean, overall, what do you think of what they've been bringing?
I am such a big fan of Clay. I can't express this enough. I can't express my gratitude for Clay. He helps me in one of my lowest moments. He's helped, I've learned a lot from him. He may not realize it. So he's helped me quite a bit. I'm a very, very grateful and very supportive of Clay. Big fan of Real. There's a story that I like to say. I did play him in the Spanish league. I smoked him. I think he changed his name to copy mine. I think that's where that came from. I'm gonna, even if it's not true, I'm gonna tell everyone. I'm gonna fib and I'm gonna
Clip it,
tell
put it
that
on Twitter.
yeah.
Put on Reddit. Jose, I
Gonna have to
am
get a
so
1v1 on stream.
happy. He'll smoke me, but yeah, I'm very happy to see Jose is in the league again. He's starting. I think he should have started last season, in my opinion. Very, very good talent. Very nice guy. GodRx, and I think the last one's Gwyn. Good to see them have spots as well. So GodRx has needed to be in the league for a couple of years. I know everyone understood that he deserved to be in the league since Modern Warfare, I think it was. And nice to see Gwyn. I think Gwyn won Challengers Champs last year, and
Gwyn
now he's in
went
the league too.
off yesterday.
Good team. I'm a huge fan overall. But
For sure.
I say that, I hate everyone. Don't get me wrong, it's New York versus the world, but I hate them slightly less.
Yeah, honestly, Swag Checked has really got us into the New York Subliners. So it's the Carolina Royal Ravens, then the Subliners right down there. So, we've always been rooting on you guys. You guys have been putting on an incredible showing. What's your guys' plan for versing, what was it, the Las Vegas Legion?
I can't give you the plan. Come on, guys.
Yeah, man.
You're asking me to give you the
We're in
the
cahoots with
recipe
the
here.
attach right now.
Yeah.
Just
No,
kidding.
we go back. We set off what the goals are for this week. All I'm going to say is what the checklist is for this week, what the goals are, and then from there we'll do what we need to.
For sure.
On the board behind us, you can see. Maybe you can zoom in.
Oh. Can we do a second? But I saw you retweeted one of our posts. Obviously, we are the Varsity Esports and STEM League. You said that you
Yes.
have, STEM is really close to your heart. I wanted to know a little bit more about that. We've been doing a lot. We have a lot of competitions coming up, some giveaways for some STEM competitions. What does it mean to you for STEM, and how has that been in your life?
Yeah, STEM has been one of the biggest changes of my life. in progression of my life, everything that you can learn. So just to give you some context, I graduated in biomedical sciences in order to train as like a doctor or a dentist. I then eventually specialized in cancer research, oncology, and specifically the use of therapeutic technology or intervention to treat cancer. CRISPR-Cas9 was mine. That's what I wanted to do. And I'm a big advocate for STEM. And I don't want to give too much of a long-winded message,
For
but
sure.
for every one player who makes it to the pro, there is many, many, many who doesn't. Same as me. I'm one of them. And without a sufficient plan B, what are they going to do, right?
For sure.
STEM can open doors for so many. By all means, chase esports as a dream, but keep in mind what your plan B is, plan C is, and STEM can open doors. For me, it was science, right? But engineering, maths, whatever it may be, can open doors if esports isn't successful. That's where you can find your fulfillment, your happiness, a route in life that you may never had with esports, and that's why it's such a huge thing for me, because it helped me, honestly. It helped me move into the right direction, and you learn so much transferable skills. You learn so much through STEM, even the soft skills, self-awareness development, stuff like that, communication, right? Habit development, routine development, all of these different things from STEM that then can translate onto different aspects of your life. So that's why it's very important to me.
That's all that we stand for over here, honestly. Yeah, I mean, I feel like everyone should have more than one goal. Obviously, esports, that can be possible, but there's some avenues that you might have to take. Maybe you want to be a pro player, but maybe that leads you into becoming a coach. Maybe that leads you into becoming, someone on a production team. There's more things in esports than just, being a pro player, and we want to introduce a lot of students to that. There's the production team, the casters, the editors, the graphic designers. So much stuff gets put into this, and we just want to make that accessible for all of our students and everything. So yeah, definitely make sure to have a plan B. Yeah, you have anything else for
Looks like we're just waiting on our last match
last match? Well, let me see
to
if I have.
finish so that get our next game going.
Well, do you have any tips for anyone who wants to get into the esports space? I know we.
Are you saying COD in particular? Like what specifically would you say? Is it for
Just
COD,
esports in
coaching,
general.
player? Networking is
Lots of networking,
probably
yep.
the best advice I'd give. I think networking, even for STEM, even for traditional jobs, don't be afraid to reach out to people. Don't be afraid to intro people. Develop the ability to talk to people, to the emotional intelligence, to have these conversations, even in STEM and esports. I think that'd be probably one of the biggest things.
For sure. And where are you, like, at the Subliners facility right now?
Yes.
Oh, that's what's up.
It's a bit of a mess at the moment, so I'm gonna have to clean everything up.
They put you in the back room, man.
No. This is
no?
an open plan office.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just towards, like, we have a sort of a quadrant setup, a 4-man setup. So I've got two setups on my left here, which is Sib, Paco, and then Caesar Kiz. So I'm looking at all 4, and then Senders to my right.
That's dope. Yeah. Well, are there any teams that you guys are, I guess, a little anxious about? Any teams that you're looking out for?
Nope,
Nothing like
we're
that?
not.
Not at all.
No. You can never have that mindset. You always go
For
in
sure.
trying to beat everyone,
100%.
not scared of anyone.
Well, what's the game plan with your team right now? Like, what have you guys been doing to improve, like, what's happening there with the Subliners?
So today's a day off, and what we do on our day off is the coaches we plan what this week and what the focuses are for this week, scheduling, even stuff out of game, like, okay, when's the team workout? When's the team dinner? What time do we come in for VOD? And then specifically, what do we want to do for VOD? What do we want to focus on? We'll go through that for this week. That will form the checklist, and then we'll go into scrims and say, okay, let's try and focus on this. This is what we watch. This is what we need to do, and we'll just just go from there. It's
Yeah.
very, very specific week by week because things always change. There's curves, the cycles, and meta changes eventually. So that's
Yeah,
how
I think it's
on top
very
of it.
important to take those breaks because burnout is a real thing for
Yes.
everything. So making sure that you get those breaks definitely can make you even perform way better than when you're actually practicing nonstop. So make sure to take those breaks and try to just ease your mind on things. But yeah, that's what's
Yeah,
up.
burnout is not, especially in COD. I don't personally believe burnout is taken as seriously like as it should be. We've planned a year in advance of what the scheduling should look like. We have things in place that we feel like will mitigate the burnout because if you look at the schedule from Major 1, 2, 3, 4, it's very back to back, back to back, back to back, back to back. We don't have extended breaks. And burnout is a real thing if you're going to be scrimming 2 or 3 times every day, right?
100%.
It's people often see, obviously professional gaming is a dream job for a lot of people, right? But a lot of people don't see the strain and the mental strain in particular that pro players have to deal with. We're playing 12 hours a day,
The
6 days a
same-
week,
Same game.
right?
Yeah.
The same game. And then on your day off, you're probably going to have to watch something. You're probably going to have to do something, right? And this is for maybe, I don't know, 6 months, 7 months, January to July. It's a marathon and a sprint. And so we need to come up with ways on how we can mitigate burnout and how we can sort of keep on top of it, whether that's habit development, routine development, caffeine cycling, periodization, yearly training planners, stuff like that. So that's something where we're at the moment.
Yeah, for sure. You have anything else?
I don't have anything else. I'm excited to see these next games, though.
100%. Yeah. Well, we're gonna cut it to a quick break. I know D-Real's gonna be joining us for maybe a match. But yeah, super excited to have that. But we'll see you guys when we get back.
Welcome back, everybody, to VESL, the Call of Duty Esports League. Here, my name is Seymour. With me is D-Real. Off of that interview, player, turned scholar, turned coach, world champion, the GOAT. How you feeling? Oh, I appreciate it. Absolute GOAT right there. Thank you for the compliment. But I do actually want to ask, as you know, before we get into our next game, our second game of the night, you were talking a lot about STEM, and you know, STEM, something that I don't really know too much about, and you know what it is. You know, to begin with, I googled it and looked into it. But you know, what is STEM for those that might not know? Oh, I think you're muted.
Oh my god, amateur mistake. I do want to apologize.
It happens.
I don't think the
to
guys,
best of us.
I don't think the viewers actually heard me compliment you.
Oh,
He's
that's
looking
okay. They
handsome
don't need to
today.
know. They don't need to know.
No. So yeah, it's an acronym. It changes basically where you are in the world, but in UK, it's science, tech, engineering, and maths. That is the acronym for that. Yeah, and it's just for people who want to have a career in one of these fields that require a pathway and a specific type of education.
And you yourself, you were part of this pathway, and you know, it might not have led into towards the job that you took, but I'm sure it helped on the way. Did it at all help translate into you as a coach and your methods and the way you look into the way you work now?
Absolutely. I think I would credit STEM as being one of the biggest influences in my life, one of the positives in my life. So for context for you guys that are watching, I did science, I did biomedical science, and I transferred and transitioned on into oncology, which is cancer research. With STEM in general, you learn a lot of transferable skills or soft skills. These are skills that you can use in different areas of your life, whether it's sports, whether it's business, esports. These are the things that you can learn. One of my biggest takeaways from STEM was the development of self-awareness. So your strengths, your weaknesses in yourself, and how you can improve it. And that really helped me as a coach.
And I'm sure it's something that you would even apply as a coach towards your players as well. So that's actually really awesome to hear for the journey on top of everything. But I think, I had a few of those questions that I just wanted to ask after I was watching the interview. If people were tuning in, didn't get to catch the amazing interview that D-Real had with VESL, you can rewatch or rewind the VOD on YouTube and watch it. It was just previous to that break. There was so much insight being given. And if anybody's just tuning in, you've been hiding under a rock. This is the New York Subliners coach that's with me right now, and he's going to be joining us for the cast too. As we're going to be heading into our second match. I think this is Triton versus West Mac. If my information is correct right now, D-Real. And we don't really know the maps that we're going to be heading into, but Hardpoint, Search and Destroy, Control. It's a best of 3. Previous to this one, we got to see
best of 3.
Yeah, it's going to be a best of 3. So we don't get to see the second Hardpoint. It's not going to end on Search and Destroy if it does go into towards that last map. But how are you feeling about Control, even if it's ending on that one? I actually know a lot of people were favoring Control over Hardpoint for a bit. They were at least enjoying it a little bit more.
Hey guys, I gotta say before I answer that question, that's a 2-map cheese. That is an open bracket. That is not determining who is the best. Yeah. So whoever loses, you have my permission to use that excuse. Ending on Control, ooh,
it's tough.
Saucy. That's all I'll say.
Saucy for sure. I think a lot of people were saying, I guess prior to the patch that they were enjoying Control a little bit more than the Hardpoint. Albeit, Control. It's the newest mode into it. I'm sure, Hardpoint and Search and Destroy are always going to be fan favorites, but it is going to be where we end off the series if it does go all the way to a map number 3. For the Hardpoint, I'm waiting to see what map we're going to get, D-Real. Do you have a personal favorite?
If I speak, I will be in big trouble. Oh. That is my answer. No, favorite map for Hardpoint would probably be Subbase at the moment. I think it flows the best. It can get incredibly mixy. I don't know if any of you guys follow JP on Twitter, but he posted, he's the analyst for Optic. He posted an incredible screenshot of the engagements between the different maps and Hardpoint. You had the four relatively close, then you had Subbase, which had nearly 1.5 double of of the others. So that's my favorite map.
It's like the Bocage, I guess, of
Absolutely, it's
Modern
mixy.
Warfare 3.
Yeah,
It's
good.
so
Best of luck whoever cast that.
Well, we got to see one. I think it was the Seattle match that we got to see them. No,
Toronto, I think Toronto LAG.
I think it was Toronto LAG that they got to go to the sub base, and it was crazy. I won't lie. It was a lot of fun, a lot of engagements for sure, and a lot of wide open hard points that I'd say were kind of easy to break. But some people might be able to argue that. I'm sure you'd be able to argue that, being at the top. And,
hey, spawn here. That's it. That's the base.
And then try to hope that you're not going to be spawning into somebody's sight lines.
Yeah,
that's kind of how it goes, for sure. But it's a lot of fun to see how teams are definitely learning this map or learning these maps as you go. Because I think you were telling me that just in the first couple of weeks, it's just that this is the learning curve. This is where everybody's going to be, I guess, finding that edge against each other before that plateau happens. So it's so important to be learning these maps so early on.
No, absolutely. This is where in the first 2 weeks, 3 weeks of a game, you'll get the same thing in the gym. You'll get the beginner gains, the quickest gains, and then that's where you have to, after the 3 weeks, the 4 weeks, that's where you grind out the teamwork. That's where you grind out the 1%, and you'll see that. Yeah.
Would you, I guess, as a coach with a lot of insight, would you look towards these high school kids and have maybe anything to say for them if they were trying to maybe learn this game? Because I'm sure that a lot of players picking up the sticks for Modern Warfare 3, if they had some time on Modern Warfare 2, they have an idea on these maps. But for a lot of these kids, and Cruz and I, we were talking about it, this is probably their first time playing some of these maps. Would you, I guess, have some insight on ways to learn the modes, ways to learn the maps?
Absolutely. COD doesn't change year to year necessarily unless it's based on the spawn system, right? So when you have a consistent spawn system, the fundamentals of a game mode don't necessarily change. Even if the spawn system differs, let's say to the squad spawn of Vanguard, you still have consistent fundamentals of Hardpoint that don't change. My best advice to the viewers that are watching is learn the game from a macro top-down fundamental level, which means how the arrows on the map play off each other, how they fill, how they flow, how they team shoot, all these different nuances, and then you can work on the micro. What gunfights you should take? How can you camera? How can you do this? How can you do that? How can you use your stun, your trophies? Macro level first. Understand the game, top down, then micro.
I mean, because as soon as you can understand the game, I feel like anything is possible at that point. I think a lot of people overlook esports in general. And, when you go from maybe one title to the other, it kind of boils down to where are you standing? What are you looking at? What are you hearing and listening to? And on top of everything, I guess communication. I'm sure you will be telling a lot of players that communication is definitely everything when it comes down to a game like this, because albeit you can look at your minimap, you can see a red dot, but even still having to communicate that to your teammate, they might not see that. So it's so many important, or I guess so many important macro things that go in towards your gameplay and your teammates'
absolutely
gameplay as well.
Absolutely, communication is a big part, especially on this game, where if you're not consistent in spawning a team in a certain area, and there's different spawn points, there's chain spawns, wherever it may be, you need to be able to adapt in the moment. The way you can adapt is by communication, because communication gives you information. You play off that information, and that's one way you keep on top of it.
Oh, 100%, 100%. And for everybody watching, waiting for the game to start, I do want to apologize for a second that we are just recreating the lobby, getting them in as quick as possible. I want to talk about the giveaway that we do have this time, because over the break we did have a chance to I guess give away Modern Warfare 3 to one of our lovely viewers, and somebody did take away a win already, and it was Noxe in chat. So congratulations, you're the brand new owner of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. As you can see on screen, we're giving away 3 copies over the next week. December 11th, which is today, we're giving away 2 winners. Noxe, congratulations on being our first winner. Later on, we will decide our second, and then December 14th, we're going to be giving another winner a copy of Modern Warfare 3. And if you yourself yourself want a chance at winning this copy, go to YouTube, or if you're watching, you're already here, subscribe maybe even to the channel, type ! giveaway in chat. It's going to enter you into the giveaway, and then you just need to watch the stream, enjoy the content, and have that chance to win, because at the end of the day, this is a fantastic game that we're playing, D-Real. I will say it's very refreshing playing this game, even, you know, as a casual player or as a competitive player. There's so much to do in this game, and it is a lot of fun.
Hey, if I speak, I will be in big trouble. No, okay, trolling aside, I think I think the gunplay is fantastic. I really do love the gunplay. I love the movement aspect of it. I think it's you know, the 150 health, one of the best cards. I'm going on a limb here. One of the best cards, I think, for gunplay and movement. I do enjoy that. I think there's an excessive amount of attachments, and I think the maps, the spawn system could require a tiny bit of a tweak. But I do enjoy the gunplay.
There's always time. I will say, you know, I think there's always a disparity between the start of the year and the end of the year.
Absolutely.
I guess when we're looking at competitive play as well, I think there's just so many nuances that change over the course of time that, you know, even those things, you know, will be, I'm sure, ironed out as the games go through. We are getting ready for our match, Triton and West Mech. I don't want to be teased here again, because we were flying through Invasion last time, D-Real, and we got thrown into Karachi. So for the viewers, I don't want to promise you that we're heading into Invasion right now. I will say, you know, hold on to your hats, wait to see exactly where we're going to be jumping into. I'm sure we're going to be jumping in just a moment, though, as these teams should be ready to go very soon. D-Real. And it is going to be Invasion.
Fantastic.
There we go. We got it. So Invasion map
no.
number 1 for the hard point, but maybe a little bit of issues. They're going to be playing it out. So let's rock with it.
Okay. All right, this is an interesting break. I've never seen this before. This is a 3-man bar. I am stealing that for my next break off. Oh, wow.
A whole lot of fun. Is Triton going to be inside of or repping the blue side? West Mac repping the red side. 4 players in each team.
Wow.
Last time it was a 3-on-3. And yeah, nice shots coming up from Triton. Slides on in almost a second, just not able to get the gun up for Clone. In fact, it's a whole lot of Clone in that kill feed as Triton just hold on to this lead.
Nice. I want to see a rotation from West Mech. There's 13 seconds left. I want to see number 3 get progression new. My friend, you are rotating to the wrong hill, but it's okay. I appreciate the effort, but Triton do have rotation for new.
Triton with the rotation in new. I think that's one thing for Invasion that, you know, even Cruz and I were talking about heading into our first series when we did mention Invasion. We did get baited by it, that this map, D-Real, very favored for the team that likes to rotate first. But Braid Fine here slides on in. Nice shots, even with attack stance there. Lovely onto the first one.
Lovely.
Second one's going to drop, and that's a quick 3 down for a break and a setup. Triton with the close spawns.
Yeah, to your earlier point, it's the same thing for a lot of these maps where you are basically forced to rotate early. Look at Skid Row P1 to P2. After the first wave, the first 10 seconds, people that are spawning out graffiti, stairs, tunnel are trying to, you know, early rotate onto P2, and you'll find that's a consistent trend for a lot of these hills and a lot of these maps.
And you know, to your point even earlier than that, I mean, if you want to find out a good way to break that P2 on Skid Row, check out JP Krez on YouTube.
Absolutely.
He broke that whole thing down.
Yeah,
but
it was fantastic.
Yeah, 39 to 34 off of this one. It looks like OPAC is maybe having a little bit of issues standing still, but teams still looking to play it out here. As we're heading over towards the bus station, one of them probably sites that I'd say a lot of teams are going to have incredible trouble breaking P3 to P5, I would say. All three of these next
yeah.
teams.
No, best of luck trying to break P5. I cannot wait to see that. So we've got someone who's 9-3. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
He's shooting. Who's that? Frayed Panda?
I think that's Prayed Pine. Prayed Pine.
Oh, Prayed Pine. Sorry, no, I couldn't even see the name.
He's the
Prayed
one
Pine
who
60.
broke P2 just so effortlessly, sliding in, even with the tack stance. So,
Wait,
I mean...
he might be onto something, Invader. He has a red dot on his SMG. He might actually be onto something. I might be taking notes.
Well. Are you going to feed it over towards Paco right away?
I might have to. I might have to take a screenshot of this class. And that was a
setup
foot
for
race to
Invader?
P4.
Yeah, 60-60. For West Mac, I mean, they've totally brought it back with that early break on the bus station. But again, I think it's down to the subs to set up here inside of P4 for the destroyed apartments. Parade Pine still finding success, 13-4. Invader on the flank. Nice cut down there. The first one, Yeezy, almost snaps the second. Clone keeps it even for the one-on-one into the hill. Emelson yet to be pressured out just yet. Still collecting this time. It seems like Triton, they want to put a lot of focus on cutting down these rotations, you know, but Emelson's still so much time here for Westmac. Now 1v1 for it outside.
It's a huge 1v1.
Staying alive.
Huge. Nice. He's got
Triton
the
just
trade.
don't want it.
Nice. Can we watch Yeezy? We need to see what's going wrong with Yeezy 404. He's 0 and 8.
Oh,
And we have 8 spin, 1 and 9. He's got a lot of engagements. I want to see what's going wrong with them too.
I'd say, you know, I mean, Triton had a good start to this one. They do have 60 points, so even with, you know, 2 members with 1 kill across the both of them, T-Real, 60 points is not too bad off of that. So you look to Yeezy and 8-spin to see if they can pick it up, but Yeezy not helping out his teammates, shooting them. Parade Pine gonna find the
Here's
first
his
kill
first.
here for
Here's
the
his
break
first.
into Palace, and almost gets that kill, like you say. Looking for an OPAC, playing for the jump in the window. 2 players line up. 8-spin finally putting on
Nice
numbers
8-spin.
there. Almost
we
getting
go.
the last one, but the break for Westmac.
Huge break. Oh, Parade Pine is 18 and 5. I'd love to see that. He is using the God Gun. He has a cruise missile, 19 and 5. I'm a big fan of Yeezy. I want to see him pick it up. 0 and 9. I'm sure he can recover this. 0 and 10. He will get a kill, I believe. But hey, the game is very close considering the scoreline.
I was,
On the
yeah, I
start
was saying, you know, even though you're 0 and 10, 88 to 132, this is manageable. It's manageable for sure. It's just down to Triton, kind of like, I guess, heating up in these moments. But
Yeah.
on top of that, Handed Samurai, 6 and 10, he's gonna find the first clone hiding away into
Nice.
the corner. Is Handed Samurai for a second on the hill, 2 in a row. Not able to be ready for the third one. OPAC looking for the break. It's not gonna happen just yet. This is a good set of time for Triton.
They are stacking. I love to see the stack. They are playing from P1 time. They are in tradable position. Yeezy does get his first. Yes, they are winning this game. He gets his second. No, it's his first. Oh, they are winning this game. Let's go, Yeezy. Yes.
Shots in the back. Parade Pine going to put an end to it. 3 in a row for Parade Pine. The break back in 22 and 6. As much as Triton try, I mean, Westmac just putting on a show behind this heavy Slayer.
I believe he's got his first kill. Now the floodgates will open. He will heat up, I believe. But I do need someone to turn around here. I've got a pinch from Parade Pine.
It is. And
Nice
he
from
finds the
behind.
first one. Stays alive, gets out 4 in a row. Use that. I thought he stuck him, so I was ready for the
yeah.
Semtex to go off. But 5 in a row for Parade Pine. Emelson's going to go down. Parade Pine won't find that third streak. And Triton put 3 together to hopefully hold this hill. Clone, nice win there. Unfortunate team kill, but Triton should still collect some time.
Good P2 control from Triton. They're going to try and trade out. I want to see them bump. I want to see him get the kill. I need to see someone running. Right, guys? I need you to move forward here. You've done the hard bit. Let's rotate to new. And they're going to take the lead. They're going to take the lead.
It's
I cannot
150.
believe what I'm seeing.
And there's still another 12 seconds, D-Real, to grow
Wow.
this lead even more. And don't forget that we're heading into P3, so we got money hills ahead of us. If Triton keep playing like this, it might be over.
And they have P3 rotation. This is fantastic. I need a listening. I need something. I need to hear this.
I need to know how they're going to gas up Yeezy to continue finding more
Good
kills here.
trophy.
One.
See, that's a good trophy from our boy right there. Oh,
Oh, that doesn't stop teammates, though.
I don't know what to say to that. I mean,
I mean, luckily for Westmac, they get the break right away, I guess. So, Handed Samurai going to try all 4 members on the inside. Emelson says he can't enter here. And Parade Pine just going to continue to make an issue here for Triton. Still a lead for Triton. So, even off that team nade, you know, it's not over.
no, absolutely. And they should have rotations of people, but they've opted to hit old. Very bold. Okay, now they're going to try and challenge for maybe not even get a single point. Are they going to win? Is that a trade? I'm looking at number 6. Yes, good trade.
But
Okay.
no scrap time off of
No
that
scrap
one.
time. No, the trade was good. The scrap time was not.
Yeah, but that's going to lead into West Map already rotating into Destroyed Apartments. If you remember back to this, they didn't drop a single second here. Triton really struggled at breaking this hill. And I think that has to do with the fact that Parade Pine is now 31-9. Triple positive. That is unreal. So 8-spin with the NCW. Not the gun that you really want to have to break this hill, especially up close. But I do like this approach to it. Unfortunately, just not really aware to the West Max setup. And that's a clean 3 down.
No, clean 3 down. As impressive as 33-10 is, I would like to see him playing more objective. With a stat line like that, this game should be over.
Yeah. And it will be close to over 2 at the end of this one. Still 10 seconds, so you can't win on this hill. We will be rotating over towards the Embassy. Triton, they have the setup to Embassy. And that was their turning point, D-Real. On Embassy,
the team nade.
Yeezy,
Oh, wow.
Yeezy found that first kill here on Embassy. Maybe he can find the second one as well.
Oh, he gets a trade! Wow!
Whoa.
Okay, they can do this, they can do this, they can do this.
Triton, can they hold on? That is the big question. You can already see red arrows here, so Westmac looking for the early break. 8-spin already on the hunt. Nice raid onto the first one. That's 2 down right away. Still Invader close by. 8-spin a little bit of trouble. Parade Pine, of course it's him to break this hill. Only 16 seconds for Westmac to win here, D-Real. So Triton, they don't have a lot of time to re-break one of the hardest hills inside of Modern Warfare 3. But right through the window they go. Invader doesn't see it, and they keep it going.
Oh, he's turned on him. He's turned on him. Wow.
It's still winnable. No, it's not anymore.
It's a good break. This is a good break. Let's look at number 8. Look at Clone. Clone 17. He's in. He's in. Can he get the second? Can we get a trade?
Oh.
They get the trade. He's in. Shoot him in the back. Call him out. Call him out. Teammate, turn around.
Where's that communication coming in? 8-spin, they're shoulder to shoulder. They're shoulder to shoulder. What is happening right now? A 1v1 in the hill. Parade Pine just outside. Triton still in control. 211 to 245. Only 4 seconds left for Parade Pine. Here comes Triton for the break back in. But Parade Pine with the denial. Westmac looking to win it out. One last kill. And there it is, D-Real. Westmac. I mean, what a game from Parade Pine, but a little too close for comfort.
Way too close for comfort. To be honest, Triton should have won that game. I'm going to say it now. They should have won. If it wasn't for that team nade on P3, which was the turning point of the game, they win. This is 1-0. Triton.
Yeah. If only it was a bus stop, a solid hold there. Yeezy ends it with 4 kills, D-Real. So, I mean, if you want to, look at somebody there who...
Wow.
I don't even want to say he's having a bad game because he got 4 kills eventually. He put in a little bit of work there. He did enough to keep it close, and same with Handed Samurai. But I mean, that was a crazy invasion.
But that is, I just want to say that is 4 of the most impactful kills I have ever seen. So shout out to him.
I mean, you would know more than most people, D-Real, that it's not about the KD, it's about the value of the kills themselves.
Hey, damn right.
You got to tell all the stats out there too, not to look at just the KD for that one. So I mean, shout out Yeezy there. Not a great game, but I mean you're just doing enough. And it does seem like we also have a giveaway winner for our second giveaway here of the night. For our Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 copy that VESL just so happens to be given away to our chat. It's going to be Eli Go Crazy for our second winner. Congratulations on winning the second copy of the night. But D-Real, after watching that whole game of Invasion, what are your thoughts there?
It was a lot closer than it should have been. I know Pine probably dropped a 40 bomb. I don't know what he finished in the final start line. But you know what? I respect the way Triton were playing for the objective. They weren't making the kills, but they made every kill count. I think they're an S&D team. They were playing like they were an S&D team.
Yeah,
a couple of unfortunate, situations, but I see them taking the S&D.
As long as you can find that first kill into Parade Pine, if he's on the map in the S&D, anything is possible. Because if not, I mean, you're going to be struggling against a Craven like that. He doesn't technically need to put that bomb down, D-Real.
You're right. You're right.
You're pretty fine. But I will say I'm right there with you. I do respect, the way that they were playing that hard point. It's not really, you might not always go into the game feeling like you're going to outgun somebody, but if you have the better strategy, as we just saw, it can work out in your favor.
Yeah, if I'm them, I'm saying, you know what, guys, brush it off. We're not a hard point team. It's okay. They got lucky. I'm not giving them credit. We're an S&D team. This is where we turn up.
Some teams are just S&D teams as well. Like some players through the competitive scene, all they do is play Search and Destroy Chows their whole life. So, maybe Yeezy is just saving himself for game number 2, and he's going to come out and he's going to put on a performance that, we just are waiting to see. I'm
going to see him plan 5 bombs. It's going to go round 11. He's going to plan every single round. I can see it. I have faith in him. Yes.
The Doug Sensor Martin play. I love that. It might not be pretty, but he's going to get the bomb down.
He's OBJ. He's about winning.
You're going to win the game at some point there. So, heading into the Search and Destroy, again, for those tuning in, a best of 3. Game 1 goes the way of West Mac. Game number 2, not going to know exactly what the map is for the Search and Destroy, but D-Real, I think this is the time where I can start asking you questions again. How are you feeling about S&D in this game?
S&D's good. S&D's always been good in every COD. You can't mess up S&D. There's this whole sort of GA chat discussion about bringing back snipers with no attachments.
Really?
Yeah. So we had a few S&Ds where we were playing without with the sniper without attachments. Changes the way you play S&D slightly. Then there's a discussion. Okay, if we have a sniper, do we want smokes? Then that will change the game and how you play. How many smokes? 1 smoke? So on and so on. But Modern Warfare 2 was always good for Search. I'm very surprised. So back when Modern Warfare 2 first released, Rundown was an S&D map, right? Subbase was an S&D map, especially in Europe. So I'm very surprised they aren't being played in this year. But S&D overall is good. Can't complain.
I'm surprised they didn't even get a chance onto them because I'm with you. I was surprised when I did see Rundown in the Search and Destroy run. But aside from the GA chat, I want to see how much intel I can get out of you right now. Honestly, now that I have this chance, now that you said that, you yourself, as you seeing smokes down with the snipers, do you think that if snipers do come back, you need the smokes or
yes,
yeah,
yes,
all 4 of them,
all 4 of them.
I figured that. I mean, you guys already run 2, so I thought that was if you guys bring.
Well, we have the. I don't think we run 4 smokes if we have a sniper. I think we do still need smokes if there is a sniper in play.
Yeah.
Because it's impossible to sort of do anything on the map when you have a sniper locking down an entire map, like Invasion, for example. Oh, are we in the game? I think we're in the game.
It does seem like we're in the game, but it's all good ideas. I mean, definitely not all 4 because you need those stunts for the checks, no matter what.
Yeah.
For the information. But I would like to see. I mean, Cruz and I were just talking about how we'd like to see snipers back into it. So I'm happy for that. But you should be happy to see Triton coming out strong.
There we go. Yeez with 1 kill.
Yeez starts off on a heater right now. First kill. Clone's going to get shot in the back. So Emelson makes this a 1 versus 2. Playing from the staircase. Goes back in with the Rifle 9. It can beam across the map, even with the red dots. So nice shots there onto the second. And maybe a 1 versus 3 to win it out.
Good job.
Denies it.
That's a fantastic 1v1 from him. Good win. Hey, like I said, they're an S&D team. 8 Spain, look at him. Redemption.
It was 8-Spit and Yeezy who both were struggling in the hard point too, so that is absolutely lovely to see, coming out strong in the Search and Destroy. Now for Skid Row, for people who might be looking at this one, still in high school, maybe participating in this tournament, how are you going to look at this from maybe an attacker point of view for approaching this map?
Oh, I'm just rushing straight to top green. I'm going to take this garage route. I'm going to hop on the boxes, and I'm going to get to top green first. You beat the timing. So you can get to top here. This room here is top green. You can get to in here before the other player has the ability to go to the top of the stairs. You beat the timing.
Great. The rest of the attackers in, and that's a quick double kill. 3 and 1. You couldn't ask for anything better considering the bomb is down as well.
I like to see Craven with an SMG. He's a man that does it all. Man of many talents. I like to see that.
How many players do you think you could say you like to see bring out both guns?
Good question. Good question. I don't. This is an interesting topic. I've been asked this before. We don't really see flex players that much anymore, or true flex players who are comfortable in both AR and SMG. We don't see that anymore in the CDL, particularly.
It's like, I mean, it's a question that even like some of us casters have amongst each other. That's like, if you're at the top of the game, I mean, shooting a rival 9 compared to an MCW, it can't be all that different. I mean, it's just different, I guess, fundamentals when you're playing the role.
Correct. Yeah. So there's different nuances when a different skill set whenever you're using AR compared to an SMG. AR is a lot more positionally based. Your positioning factors in a lot more into gunfights compared to an SMG. An SMG is a lot more, obviously, movement based, a lot more quicker. Your centering is a lot more of a crutch. So there's a different skill set that is required. This is controversial, but what I would say is SMG players can make very good AR players, but AR players will struggle to become good SMG players. Well, when I say AR, I mean naturally natural AR players.
I mean, you say it's controversial. I agree with that take 100%. I mean, it might be different, but transitionally, as an AR player, you're playing for position, you're playing slow.
Yes.
When you move into that SMG, it's a totally different game. But, you know, for SMG players, they can stand still.
No, absolutely.
They can hold irons.
This is something that I wish I did myself as a player. When I went to Champs, World War II's, Infinite Warfare, you learn a lot more being an SMG compared to an AR. You have a greater understanding of what timings you can take, what gunfights you can chow, the movement aspect of it, strafe aiming, recoil control. You are forced to learn these things as an SMG, whereas as an AR, you're primarily focused on your positioning. Where can I go in a power spot? Or am I going to pre-aim? That sort of stuff. It's not as quick as an SMG.
Yeah, and for those watching, I mean, I started out as an AR player. Now I'm a caster. You can see how that went out for me. So learn the SMG.
Yep.
That's what we're saying. But Triton, after a game 1 or a round 1 victory, round 2 and 3 didn't go their way. Westmac finally find their footing yet again, but into round number 4 here. OPAC now 1 versus 4 situation already spotted out, and Triton on attack. It just seems like that's their comfort zone.
No, absolutely. They a lot of success. I do want to see them change it up though. I want to see what they have in their locker.
I do too, especially when it comes to the defensive side, because I feel like, you know, defense on Search and Destroy more often than not is where teams find most of their success.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So
there's not really, to be honest with you, playing devil's advocate, there isn't really too much you can do, but I just want to see like a 4-man mid or like a 4-man either side. That'd be cool to see.
Well, even Invader now having a little bit of trouble, and OPAC 0-4, 1-3. Maybe it's just coming down to a couple of these timings for the two of them. Triton sitting back, waiting, the patience, it's paying off. Emerson there backed off with just barely any health to live off of. Invader gets caught again. 0-5 start. Some troubles here for Westmac. And now we're looking at OPAC to try to make this play. Emerson gets caught out in a 1 versus 2. And that's going to give numbers back over towards Triton here.
I want to see them trade out. They have information. Nice. Excellent team shot. Moving like a CDL team. Fantastic team shot from Triton. That was a 2v1. I want to see them go into tradable positions. Tradable meaning if teammate dies, the second teammate can get the kill. And this is the issue. When you're not in a tradable position, you give him the option to escape. That should be round over.
Almost wins that out with the Rival 9 too. Those are some lovely shots. There's only 30 seconds left, and OPAC does need to plant this bomb or find the kill onto Handed Samurai. MCW versus the Rival 9. Handed Samurai has no information on where to go, and now has given some distinct audio cues over, but he's going to spot it out. And that's the MCW just waiting, playing it right. Nice read there.
Great one-on-one. Great one-on-one. Good job playing info. Good job playing his map control, playing the info, and then challenging. Fantastic. That's it. That's a veteran play, that is.
And we saw it earlier too when you said, playing together, trading shots between the two of them. And at Samurai, it definitely has showed some incredible skill.
No, definitely. It is a small fundamental issue that you can work on. Whenever you are in man advantage situations, you always want to make sure you and your teammate are in positions where you can grab information. But if one of you die, you can get the trade. You can get the kill.
Vader's finally going to find his first of the round. Samurai needs to stay alive here. Fortunately, he loses a second teammate. So 4 versus 2 for Westmac, looking to bring this game back to even. And just like that, Westmac, they turn the dial up to 10. And look at that.
That's a
3-3.
good response. Very, very good response. Quick response. I want to see more from Craven. Nice, he's got the SMG. Good.
You asked that of him. The guy was triple positive in game 1.
I want to see more. There's always a way. There's always more you can give.
There's always more.
There's always more.
So that teammate in my, I guess, GBs, who was telling me, hey, man, I'm double positive. What are you doing? Double negative. I'd say, like, hey, I planted the bomb. Come on.
Exactly.
give me some slack here.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. There we go. This is the rush I'm talking about here.
Craven gets shut down.
I am not a fan of Craven taking the long route to then jump up. As you see, he lost his timing, got beat to top green, and then died. Now he didn't have a teammate in a position to trade.
Fortunately for Craven, though, 8-spin does get traded out, so this is a 3v3. You look at the defensive setup. Lots of individual fights for Triton to be set up in, but corners for that, and it's going to pay off as soon as Westmac peeks out. Some very comfortable gunfights coming up from these Triton players. OPAC, again, keeps it even, 2 versus 2. Doesn't expect a player laying down from Clone. Makes this a 2 versus 1, and Emelson, with the bomb in hand, has a chance to maybe dash over to B and get it planted, but he might not want to do that. Going for the challenge. Clone's going to spot that out. 26 HP, 30 seconds left.
Please do not challenge him, my friend. You know he has an AR. No, he has a sub. And okay, good shots. Who was that?
That was Clone.
That was Clone. Fantastic shots with the Rival 9. Very risky. He's playing it like this with the sub. I thought he would have had an AR, but very good shots nonetheless.
And now I'm curious at this one. Rival 9 or MCW, what's the better gun? Like, come on.
The biasness as an AR player is going to say the Rival 9 is a god gun, but the logic, the critical thinker in me is going to say the MCW. Because I hate SMG players, so I'd always say SMG players are blessed. That's my default position. But honestly, it's the MCW. I think you can do everything with that weapon.
Look at shots like that with the Rival 9. It's hard to make that argument. Sometimes I'm right there with you. SMGs do feel blessed, but logically, that MCW is crazy.
It's a bailout weapon for sure.
It truly, truly is. And with Triton in the advantage 4-3, evened up, their attacking side is super passive. Look where the bomb is sitting.
Well, P2 with the bomb, playing information. I understand. They've got top mid control, so he doesn't want to do anything. But they're just playing information and they're waiting. Craven does not have to do anything. He just needs to hold mid. Play information. Once you get info, you can play off that.
Technically, at this point, I mean, you just wait the clock out, but they want to fight it. As soon as the information is there, I'd like to see Westmac just play for the plan.
Yep. If that's the case, I would just sit in a corner and let Triton just waste time. Because now look, 15 seconds to plant the bomb. The percentage chance of you winning lowers every second. There you go.
Craven finds the bomb carrier too and made the whole rotation. That's Emelson who made the full rotation. Shoots the bomb carrier in the back, and with waiting that much time, there's no chance for Clone to get this bomb down. So Westmac ties back up.
I want to emphasize Invader is currently 1-8. I want to see how he steps up in these next few rounds. I want to see what he is doing wrong on the map.
I do want to say, though, I mean, the one kill that he did find was a round win.
Absolutely.
So you know, it kind of goes back to what we were saying earlier, T-Real. Is like, I guess he's making a count. He's not making it easy though.
Yeah. So let's have a look at Invader. Can we do that?
I'd like to swap over and see what we're looking at for Invader here, because he's going to be working this play over towards green. And again,
There
they're
we
taking
go.
that long way around. They've lost the timing, like you said, into
And
the
there we
window.
go.
Somebody's already winning. It's 8-spin again.
Yep. 8-spin is playing fantastic this S&D. Yeah, you can't take a long route and then be surprised you don't have a timing to beat someone after you do so. Oh, okay. Wait. Is that Prayed Pine? Prayed Pine with the 2-piece. Is he going to get the third?
Wow.
No way he gets the third, right? Okay, he's out.
8-spin just has to play this carefully now in a 1 versus 3. We've seen clutches come close so far, but 8-spin has no info to work on it. It seems like Prayed Pine, I don't know what's going on there for him, but he just knows exactly where to look. He knows everything right now. He's all over the map.
No, he's a walk-in UAV at the moment. I think Prayed Pine might be one for the future, the way he's playing.
He's the future Dan Ghosty right now.
Right, yeah, absolutely. Mr. Do-It-All. What can he not do from what we've watched?
From back on map number 1, I'd argue say sit in the hill.
Valid point. There you go, Prayed Pine. Some feedback.
12-5 though in the search and destroy. It's hard to, I guess, bet against Prayed Pine right now. 5 in a row. A lead now for West Mac to put it away. And he starts with a lovely nade right to the doorstep of Clone. So already a kill for the defenders. West Mac now 3 kills to put away the map and put away the series. In a 2-0 fashion, Cruise Missile comes out. I think that's Prayed Pine who got it off of that nade. So he's going to spot out that Triton's on the inside. Invader should know this. Not the best shots there with the Rifle 9, but Emelson makes it a 1v2. Bandit Samurai, best player for this situation. They almost line up. Goes
That's
for
a
the
1v1.
reload.
Nice. Who's won that? Was that Pine Park?
That was Prayed Pine. Yeah.
Prayed Pine. That's the one.
6-4 win for West Mac T-Real, and that's a 2-0 win over the series.
Fantastic from Prayed Pine. Mr. Do-It-All this series. Invader not had the best S&D. You saw the gunfight at the end. He needed to just take a deep breath. I think he got overexcited.
Yeah, no,
Wins a win.
I agree. A win's a win at the end there, and Yeezy almost did the exact same thing in game 1. So I think I'll give Invader a pass here. He had Prayed Pine really doing it all, like you said. And off of that, for our 2 maps, it's up and down. A 2-0 win for West Mac. Any kind of takeaways between these 2 teams, T-Real? Any feedback that you want to give these guys?
I think Prayed Pine is one for the future. That's the only feedback I'll give.
Okay, that's pretty simple. Pretty simple feedback for sure, T-Real. But big congratulations there to West Mac, T-Real. I want to congratulate you or not congratulate you, but I guess thank you for coming on. Awesome insight for sure.
Appreciate it.
And before we let you go, D-Real, is there anything you'd like to say to the viewers?
Yeah, no, I just want to say first and foremost, thank you guys for having me on. It's an absolute pleasure. I'm down to do this more often. STEM has a big place in my heart, and anything that we can do to help the next generation set themselves up for life, whether it's skills, pathways, whatever it may be, I'd always be happy to help. Genuine privilege to be in the position that I am.
No, I appreciate it. Appreciate for sure for coming on. Best of luck to the NYSL, to you and the team for your upcoming games, especially the one coming up versus Legion. Looking forward to seeing that one. But thanks for coming on, D-Real, and I hope you have a great rest of your night. Folks are going to be heading it to a break while we get set up for our next match. We'll see you on the other side for some more VESL.
Appreciate you.
Palisades, they're trying to go all the way to number 1, so it's going to be a cat and dog matchup.
We're going to win today. We're going to win this game. We're going to win the next game. It's done.
Just around some of these angles, you plant their backside. You think they're coming through garage. Where they're going to be coming from? Off of the double box. They're actually going to bring the rolling thunder, and they drop it down. There's the ace. Trying to be able to stick into it. They actually missed the stuff. They're going to use the Z-dot down air and net for the opposite end. They're looking to continue to juggle them upwards. The upward smash, and they're gone. Coming all the way back from down 3-1. They get the job done. We love close games, but 4-4. Oh, it was They rise to the top. The cream rises to the top. They are here.
Download our app today, and you can start your path towards learning about financial literacy.
second time to the box. Nutella, the kill isn't there. They're looking for the opposite side wall. There it's gone. And JT Williams, a great push by South Mech.
Now that was
Flamethrower will miss. He's gonna be able to jump, drag them down, force them, get a grab, throw them forward, and this is gonna be continual push into the ball. They get the smash! Oh, they come back from 3-1, get 1-0, and that'll be set 2 for Myers Park.
Adding money to that goal to save up and complete it. Anywho, moral of the story, you can do anything that ChatGPT can do. It's just that ChatGPT is automated.
Your 2023 champion for app development, the Garinger Wildcats.
back down he goes. Needs to be but Nick there in support. Nobody's back again. Olympic on 4-0. It's the Rocket League Finals about to heat up. Done in 4-1. The count's here down under 5 seconds. Olympic, your CMS Varsity Esports and Sim League Rocket League champion. They did it. Look at their faces, happy as could be. As Vigo Mare now trying to bait in, little back to the edge, and now has positional advantage. And see you later. That's game here. As it's Nev off the edge of the stage, and you see the reactions now. What a finish. Stronger on the defensive side, still outnumbered, or are they backside? And he wants to make an even sacrifice, popping off the 3K, has made it a 2-1 advantage, and has Empress in hand if they want it, they don't need it.
Oh, it's a rough position. Do we love Fortnite? Do they love themselves just enough? They are cornered, and they're up in heaven, and that's where they're gonna stay. There's your Butler Bulldogs. The comeback is true and done. Pumas, they came so close.
That capability that Barris does. He finds the back of the net so often. He's got Lego across. Good pass. Up play. Find his way in. Challenging for sure. Saab trying to get around Crow. Saab was trying to get a bump on Crow, and it didn't matter.
Supra, they're gonna try and be mechanical flip reset. They actually just make it out. Supra does.
He's already got the ball. Let's see what he can do with it. I think he's gonna lead this one in. He puts it in. We'll try the ceiling shot and has it. What a shot from a tap.
This one's still up 0 seconds. It goes in.
Whether it's to get a challenge or elsewhere, Peyton showing off his skill.
Hold out your hand, let me feel you as
It's time. This one to the top of the box and a shot in. Looking a good pass across Gibson in Legend. There it is. Fortnite's able to push it over, and Ginger's ready. He'll take a shot, and it's in. Wow, Olympic. In fact, they miss, and they get one on the board. Bronze it.
Down the side could punish. He has a chance at 0, and he gets it. Oh no! With another big bang, there's no one defensively set up for the dot. An opportunity. Gotta watch out. 0 looking to crush it, and they will find it. Put them on ice.
Look at him. Oh my goodness. Skimmett has done it. Oh my. From the ceiling is Creeper, and he's got one. We're seeing a possible another one. As they cross goal. It's so cool. He's going to keep going. But look what just happened. They can do things like this. Force a post. Fortnite couldn't find it. Ginger Ace, the follow-up shot is perfectly placed to the far side. Olympic back with it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the VESL fall season begins on October 9th. That is the Varsity Esports and STEM League, and it is North Carolina wide. Our partnerships with North Carolina's General Assembly and UNC Greensboro have allowed us to expand what has been working here in Mecklenburg and surrounding counties to all 100 counties across the entire state. We've been pushing hard over the last 2 months, and I am proud to report 132 schools have already signed up, spanning 40 districts, and over 800 students are already registered and onboarded to be in this fall season. On the esports front, it's a really exciting lineup. We've got 7 week-long tournaments statewide with different titles every single week. If you're a fan of Rocket League, or you practice Fortnite, or Call of Duty, or Madden, or Valorant, or Super Smash Bros, or Overwatch, whatever it is, there's a week dedicated to you. There's going to be 4 regional semifinals all around the state, all coming together in one massive state championship for esports and STEM. On the STEM side, it's even more exciting than the esports side because we will be rolling out to the entire state for the first time the VESLverse. This is the environment where you can learn across the entire environment of curriculum, compete head-to-head against other teams and other schools, and then ultimately earn badges, items on your resume, and even scholarships. So this season's main marquee challenge is around artificial intelligence. You're gonna be in the VESLverse inside an immersive gamified environment. We're gonna provide you the artificial intelligence model that you're in phase 1 going to design algorithms to train your own robot to defeat other schools' robots in a game of the floor is lava. This is gonna be amped up a notch by the competition, live streamed on Twitch with professional commentary. Then in phase 2, you're gonna be introduced to your own machine learning concepts that you're gonna use to further enhance the robots you've been working with. And in this time, go head to head in a battle of Rocket League custom soccer with your AI trying to compete against others. Finally, that state finals is gonna be streamed live to see who the inaugural statewide champions of varsity esports and STEM will be. There's resume building opportunity, learning technology, scholarship opportunities, and opportunities to even learn entrepreneurship and generate revenue. What's really exciting is when we head into that January timeframe, there's going to be 568 people hired from colleges and different parts of our region to be coaches for esports, coaches for STEM, production, casting, everything you can imagine. The opportunity just keeps getting bigger and bigger. But it doesn't stop there. We have and will have deployed 2 custom big rigs. The big rig is going to go all around where it converts into a fully functioning main stage esports arena. And then the little rig provides opportunities in these same environments for people to go and game at their schools in their regions. Those will be rolling out statewide. But I'm real excited in the connectivity to our collegiate league, exclusive to NC colleges and universities only, and they will be competing school to school, head to head, winning a full year scholarship as we walk towards the end of this mission. Ladies and gentlemen, if you aren't excited right now for the Fall League of VESL, you should be.
Palisades, they're trying to go all the way to number 1, so it's going to be a cat and dog matchup.
We're going to win today. We're going to win this game. We're going to win the next game. It's done.
Just around some of these angles. You plant for backside. Do you think they're coming through garage? Where are they going to be coming from? Off of the double box. They're actually going to bring the rolling thunder! And they drop it down devastating! Trying to be able to stick into it. They actually missed the stun. They're going to use the T-dodge down air and net for the opposite end. They're looking to continue to juggle them upwards. The upward smash and they're gone! Coming all the way back from down 3-1. They get the job done.
We love close games, but 4-4. Oh, it was already! They rise to the the top. The cream rises to the top. They are here.
Download our app today, and you can start your path towards learning about financial literacy.
Second time to the box, Nutella. The kill isn't there. They're looking for the opposite sidewalk. There it's gone. And JT Williams, a great push by South Mech.
Now that was,
Flamethrower will miss. He's gonna be able to jump, drag them down, force them, get a grab, throw them forward, and this is gonna be continual push into the ball. They get the smash. Oh, they come back from 3-1, get 1-0, and that'll be set 2 for Myers Park.
Adding money to that goal to say that and complete it. Anywho, moral of the story, you can do anything that ChatGPT can do. It's just that ChatGPT is automated.
Your 2023 champion for app development, the Garinger Wildcats.
back down he goes. Needs to be, but Nick there in support. Nobody back again. Olympic on 4-0. It's the Rocket League Finals about to heat up. Running 4-1, the count here down under 5 seconds. Olympic, your CMS Varsity Esports and Stem League Rocket League champion. They did it. Look at their faces, happy as could be. As Vigo Mari now trying to beat it, little back to the edge, and now has positional advantage. And see you later. That's game here. As it's Nev off the edge of the stage, and you see the reactions now. What a finish. Stronger on the defensive side, still outnumbered, or are they backside? And he wants to make an even sacrifice, popping off the 3K, has made it a 2-1 advantage, and has Empress in hand if they want it. They don't need it.
Oh, it's a rough position. Do we love Fortnite? Do they love themselves just enough? They are cornered, and they're up in heaven, and that's where they're gonna stay. There's your Butler Bulldogs. The comeback is true and done. Pumas, they came so close.
That capability that Barris does, he finds the back of the net so often. He's got Lego across, good pass, up play, find his way in. Challenging for sure, Saw Crow. Saw was trying to get a bump on Crow, and it didn't matter.
Supra, they're gonna try and be mechanical flip reset. They actually just bank it out. Supra does.
He's already got the ball. Let's see what he can do with it. He's gonna lead this one in. He does. Puts it in. We'll try the ceiling shot and has it. What a shot from a tap.
This one's still up 0 seconds. It goes in.
Whether it's to get a challenge or elsewhere, Peyton showing off his skill.
Hold out your hand, let me feel you as
It's time. This one to the top of the box and a shot in. Looking a good pass across. Gibson in legend. There it is. A pass. Fortnite's able to push it over. Ginger's ready. He'll take a shot and it's in. Wow, Olympic. In fact, they miss, and they get one on the board. Bro bronze it.
Down the side could punish. He has a chance at 0, and he gets it. Oh.
Welcome back, everybody, to VESL, the Call of Duty Esports League here. My name is Seymour. With me is Cruising back on the desk. Jesse, we saw our second game. You took a little bit of a break. Welcome back. How are you feeling?
I'm just upset. I don't think I can ever live up to the hype that D-Real was bringing on the broadcast there. I mean, he was doing.
Yeah, you can.
No, man, he was doing such a good job. Man, killed it on the broadcast. Happy to see it. But I'm also happy to be back, obviously, as well. And you know, I heard that this was a possibility call. We got a 4v3, unfortunately, for this game.
I
And
mean,
Wake leadership, we already seen them run through a team today, so this should be interesting to see. Olympic has got to bring the gunny here.
I was gonna say, I mean, you're going into a game versus Swag Checked, who had a fantastic game number 1 when we saw them. They kept the team to only 32 points in their hard point, and now Olympic playing against them with only 3 members. That is not going to be easy. As Ciccone, she's going to be sitting in the hill, collecting as much time as possible off of P1. It's broken for a second, but Olympic, they don't get any points off of it.
We'll see here what they can do. You can see the rotation coming down towards Cafe. This is a full rotation here for Wake leadership. They don't want to play any games right now. No. They don't care. It's a 4v3. That is a full rotation over to New. Swag Checked is running around like a demon right now with the Rival 9. Was he running the Rival 9 the first time we saw him play?
He's running the MCW the first time that we saw him on Karachi, but...
So Swag Checked is changing his role. He just wants to show off every little bit of Call of Duty skill that he has. He wants to show the world right now. He knows it's the.
I mean, we heard it for a second from T-Real when he was saying, he's like, you know, it's worth it to learn the SMG role because an SMG can play the AR role, but, you know, not the other way around.
He's just taking D-Real's advice. We love to see it.
I mean, he is one of the NYSL content creators, so, you know, he's got to listen to Coach D-Real whenever he hears the intel. So, Olympic got their work cut out from Jesse. No real time here on P2. Zero's going to be stuck in a bad spot. Swag Check. Nice shots for the boss. A quick double kill there. So far, so good for Wake leadership. Nobody rotating just yet to P3. In fact, Olympic are the first ones to rotate to P3.
Yeah, they are. And we'll see how long that holds. A 4v3 is already going to be tough to hold. Now it's really just Zero. Left alive inside of the hill. Doing a great job watching the front, but unfortunately just so many angles you can hold and will get dropped from the back. And again, Wake leadership already up 80-7. How many points did we see get scored against them earlier? In a 3v3, it was what? They put up 32 against them. They're looking to try to beat that one here.
Yeah, I mean, so far for Olympic, it's harder now, I'd say, for them because
for sure
the 4th member is there, but it was a 3v3. Swag Checked already 13-1, back on a 6 spree. So he's going to have that double up of the cruise missile. Still looking to shut down Olympic from getting into this time. The contest is out. And Paula, the new player for Wake leadership, who we did not get to see last time, Jesse, is here with the quick double kill to keep Wake leadership in favor of the hill.
Oh, it's just a rough one, right? I mean, it's very, very hard to be able to win a game down a man, let alone against this Wake leadership team. Very, very tough, but they're doing their best. You know what I'm really upset calling about, too? I'm upset I missed that hard point game 1 from the last year, so you guys got to cast.
That was
as well.
incredible.
That game looked like one of the most fun games of hard point to cast I've ever seen. And the, what was it, the team nade inside the bus stop? Iconic.
Is the turning point. It was 100% the turning point of the game right there. I mean, that would have been a Triton win if not for that team nade. And, you know, like, no disrespect to the team either, to keep it that close with 2 players who I think only put up, what, like 6 kills amongst each other? They're just doing everything right. For the objective, they're doing literally everything right there, Jesse. And, you know, for Olympic here, unfortunately for the 3 versus 4, I don't even know if they can do everything right and still walk away against Swag Check the way that he's playing.
For sure. And I think it also comes down to not only not having the same amount of people in the game, it's just tough, man. Like, even though like we were kind of watching earlier in that game, and you know, we saw the one team, like you said, only get 6 kills between the 2 players, keep it still very close. Even though they're only getting a few kills here and there, just having that extra body to get that extra shots of damage in, or just to eat those extra couple bullets, right? Like, it can make all the difference in the world, and I think you're really seeing that right here. Because some might say that was, you know, a little bit of a 3v4 maybe in that first game, just kind of the way that the tides were turned in terms of the slate. No disrespect at all to Triton. They kept that one very, very close, right? But you're kind of just seeing the large disparity of it here, where when you actually don't have that 4th player, like, even though that 4th player wasn't maybe necessarily finding all the kills in the world, it still makes a massive difference in the game.
And not even that. I mean, D-Real was in the interview saying that he was watching Swag Check's gameplay, you know, back on MW2, and he's confusing with Hydra. So, like, if Swag Check is playing, you know, with the movement, with the gunny, the fundamentals of a CDL player, not only is his future bright, but it's going to be difficult for any team walking into this tournament. I mean, he was in my DMs. He was telling me, he's like, I'm winning this tournament. And so far he hasn't showed me anything that makes me doubt him. He's on a 19 kill spree.
Can we get a nuke? Can we go to swag check and can we get a nuke? Like, I think that's what we need to just be rooting for at this point.
I don't know if he's got time here.
They gotta hop out the hill.
He's collecting the time. You know, they're here for the win, Jesse. They're not here for the nuke. So 10 seconds left. Zero's going to take one last chance, but TI-12 sitting on top third. Just making sure that nobody can come close to contesting this hill. Swag checked will end up falling, but the win comes through in Wake leadership. Another very dominant hard point being shown from this school.
I'm not going to lie, Colin. If I'm swag checked in that situation, I see my teammates down in that P1. I'm up on top third. I'm taking them out. I'm going for the nuke there in that spot. No, I'm completely just kidding. Yeah, I mean, what more is there really to say about that, right? That's just a very unfortunate situation, a very unfortunate 4v3. Don't give me that look. I see that look on your face. You know, if you were laying down to that hill, I'm shooting you in the back, and I'm getting
I know for a fact that that's me laying down in that hill, and that's you watching over me. So I'm the one getting shot there. I can't believe you would even say that one.
I would absolutely do that to my co-caster. No questions asked. Colin's getting shot in the back. I'm going for the kill streak.
That is unbelievable. That is unbelievable. But yeah, I mean, Wake leadership right now throughout 2 games that we've seen them on stream, they have kept teams to about
38 total points.
8 total points against them. Like, that is an incredible stat line to be shown from this team of now 4 players. I mean, we get to see Impala in there for the first time. We didn't get to see Impala back in game number 1. For it being a 3 versus 3, Olympic, Jesse, heading into the search and destroy. I hope that they can figure out, I guess, the tick issues for their 4th player. But if not, I mean, at least for search and destroy, a 3 versus 4 is manageable. We see it all the time.
For sure, it's more doable, right? And I think the thing will be really hitting together as a team. You might not be able to get as much intel, but even playing in a 3v4, you just need to play as much together as possible. And man, that first blood call, and you think that first blood's important in a 4v4 and a 3v4, that first blood is going to be immensely important for them to be able to find that first blood, be able to make it a 3v3, and then have to find a first blood all over again. Not getting traded and finding a first blood is going to be massively important there.
It's the first 2 steps, I'd say, to victory versus this Awake leadership team. But it's not only that. You have to also be communicating amongst each other. Talking about swag checked. I mean, trying to pinpoint where swag checked is on the map is going to be such a difficult job for these 3 players to do. And without that 4th person giving that extra, I guess, vision on the map, that extra line of communication, there's definitely going to be holes in the gameplay for Olympic.
Absolutely. There definitely will be holes. Honestly, if I'm Olympic, I'm pulling the sniper out.
Oh.
Free first blood, break the GAs.
Shotgun, maybe?
I'm totally kidding. Don't do that. But I mean, Colin,
shotgun, maybe, Jesse.
What else are we gonna? Hey, we heard the conversation. D-Real said they might be coming back, and if those snipers come back, I'm gonna be so much happier watching Search and Destroy. It's such a part of the game, man. They need to be there. Give us snipers, give us smokes. The game becomes from 2D chess to 3D chess. You know, there's so much more variables on the map. It just makes it so much more fun to watch.
It's just one player that you really need to focus on where this player is, what they're watching, and, you know, smoke them off for the cross. Like you said, I can't wait to see if snipers come back. I really hope they do. I know for a fact, Jesse, there's all you want to see ever is snipers. When we didn't have snipers in Cold War, that's all I heard from you for the whole year. So I know how much you want to see snipers.
And sniping was so much fun in Cold War too, so that's why. But Colin, I mean, just think about it. Like, you're at your first event. All I can think about is Black Ops 4, my very first event I ever went to. I went to CWL Miami. That's a throwback. And E United. It was one of their first events with Simp, and all I remember is just being in the crowd and the whole crowd just hyping it up as he pulls at the sniper and search and destroy, and all you hear the whole crowd just as they're getting ready. It's just like, it's such an iconic part of Call of Duty that just like there's just no part of my brain that I can sit there and just not see snipers and feel okay about it.
It's fun for the fans. It's fun for the person holding the sniper, Jesse. And, you know, it's fun for you and I whenever we get to cast over it and see those pop-off moments. I remember even back in MW2 last year, our first cast of the College COD League, somebody got an ace with a sniper. And it was just so fun to see, and I'm right there with you. But we've talked enough about snipers. I think we should reel this back into the game that we're watching, because it looks like we're heading to Terminal for the search and destroy. Finally, maybe Wake leadership get taken off of Karachi. I mean, you know, I love Karachi. It's a great map, but I want to see some variety here. No, it's Karachi again.
You got baited again, baited by the B reel, and we are right back into Karachi search and destroy, Colin. Honestly, just
it's still a 3 versus 4.
I think you just need to do better next time, honestly, man.
You know, I just don't have the foresight to see into the future, Jesse, unfortunately. But for Olympic 3 versus 4, Swagcheck has already found his way into the offensive zone. So 2 members down, 0 the last alive. He's also made it into the offensive zone.
Oh, nice.
For that spawn, and he's got some nice shots there on Chichikoni. So 0 definitely the gunny here with the rifle 9, but no information onto the rest of them. Finally gonna spot some players, jumps right out onto the bomb. But I mean, once you do that, you got to deal with top third, and you see how easy that it is for Wake leadership to clean up that last kill.
Absolutely. Wake leadership. I mean, did they lose a round the first time they played this? I don't think they did. I think it was a 6-0 that we saw as well.
Was a 6-0
there as well. So see if they can, you know, maybe drop them around this time, but they are just looking very good. And Swagcheck is playing very confident. He already knows that they have this man advantage. So Swagcheck running around playing even more confident, showing off maybe that little bit more that they are able to right now. And I think it really shows in just like the level of confidence that we're seeing in the gameplay here, Colin, as well.
It 100% does. Swagcheck 2-0 off of 20 spree back in Hardpoint. I mean, I know you guys probably are sitting here watching like, yeah, man, they're talking about Swagcheck so much, but he's just playing out of his mind in this tournament. Ciccone going to set off with the first blood here for Wake leadership. TI-12 already into the bus, so some nice sight lines onto the hotel, but Ciccone a second in the round. Now looking for the last one. TI-12 is going to run into a little bit of trouble, and Annan trades it, but so does Wake leadership with their numbers. They use it. They take the second round. Very clean.
Yep, they get that first blood over towards the cafe portion of the map, and then, yeah, once they find that first blood, they get all the control of the hotel. I mean, it just makes it so much easier to be able to push through. You're already in a 4v3, make it a 4v2. You find so many more open lanes in situations like that, and they absolutely make full, quick work of that one here once again. And, I mean, Impala's here. We haven't really seen Impala make that big of an impact yet, Colin, from the first map into this one here now. I'd maybe like to hop on board with Impala. We haven't gotten to see much of them on screen yet.
Paula hasn't had to do anything, Jesse. 0-0. No bomb plan. Feet caked up onto the desk.
Didn't even have to show up for the first match.
Literally didn't have to show up for the first match. But here, Impala gets caught out first. Early trade there from Swagcheck with Rival 9. And caught out in the open. So no communication that Swagcheck has breached into the church, and Wake leadership after losing Impala 3 kills simultaneously to get 3 rounds on the board in a row.
Was that Swagcheck for all 3? No, it was TI-12 to finish that off there. Nice shots coming through with the MCW to finish that final kill. Very nice camo too. I don't know where you get that one, but I'm a fan.
I think that's the Prestige camo.
Is it? That's
if not.
I'm just not a camo guy myself. I'm not the camo grinder myself. You know, like
no, I'm with you on that one.
I'll get my guns to gold, and that's about it. I can't keep doing those challenges.
I'm like on my way to getting my ARs to forged. As soon as I get them to forged, that's my camo grind for the year. I'm waiting for ranked play to come out.
Absolutely. Well, Colin, this round off the bat, Olympic, they're taking a little bit more of a safer route into the market. I said safer. I don't know where Swagcheck was. Oh, up top third. And Swagcheck
top AC.
just drops them. Going to take a very quick first blood there. And now you just put Olympic into a very, very tough position here once again.
Yeah, 2 versus 4. TI-12 already so much information on where they can be. And as they dot their I's, they cross their T's, there's only one place they can be. Over towards B. So TI-12, as soon as the bomb goes down, they're going to know 4 rounds in a row.
There's no way we're shooting bodies in a 4v3.
Yeah, I mean, they're just feeling themselves right now. Too much confidence.
The confidence is flowing indeed. If I'm Olympic, I'm doing everything in my power to make sure I win one of these rounds now. I see those body shots come through. Now it's game time, Colin.
It's just respectful at that point. You're just like, okay, now it's personal. Now it's personal. At first, you're sitting there like, yeah, it's a 4 versus 3, but now it's like, all right, guys.
Now there's what's it called? Now there's ego on the line right now, right? If you just got to drop one, destroy the ego a little bit, win a 3v4 round. I'm here for it.
Take a round off of Wake leadership when they haven't dropped a round just yet. It's definitely one that Olympic definitely want to do, but can they do it is the bigger question, Jesse. 1 and 4 for every single member. King Dre hoping to watch the cross over towards B, but with his no vision on the players actually jumping onto the side, and with that CI into a spot to get aggressive, King Dre finds the first one, not expecting Impala to follow it up. And now the chase for Olympic. Annan looking to get here before that bomb gets planted, but it will go down. Annan, couple shaky shots, not able to trade out on that bomb carrier. So Swag Check puts him in a 1 versus 3 now. Annan's going to take towards the high grounds. Found at least some time into live up here for the moment, but lovely shots coming out from Chacone, and she's going to put Wake leadership on map point.
Once again, Wake leadership going for the full 6-round sweep here inside of the search and destroy. I mean, this will be a crazy end of day one, I will say, for Wake leadership, Colin. If they go 12 rounds on stream, 1 in a row, and allowing 39 total points or 40 total points, whatever it was, inside a hard point after 2 games. I think every single game that people play now, I think we're banning Karachi against Wake leadership at this point.
That's the thing. Don't let Karachi through against this team, Jesse. They're just too good.
They are playing abnormally good Call of Duty right now, and it is very nice to see. I know it's a 4v3. I know we're gassing them up, but I mean, how can you not when they're playing this well? Like, you can still make mistakes in a 4v3, like we were saying, and they are
of
just
course. Not. I mean, it's probably the only game mode that you're actually gonna have a chance in a 4 versus 3, and Wake leadership are just making little to no mistakes, and the flank coming out from Swag Check to put this one away. They line right up, and that is it. Wake leadership with a flawless day so far inside of their group. They take another 6-0 sweep, another 2-0 in the series. That is a good day of Call of Duty.
It was a fantastic day. I mean, I don't think you can go and be upset about that. I know you were, you said Swag Check was messaging you in between the games. Did they win their other series as well that they had?
Oh, they won at least the hard point. I didn't get the whole series score, but he showed me how good they were against the team, that second team that they played inside the hard point. They won. I mean, the other team got 124 points, so it was a little bit more of a battle for them in that one, but a win's a win at the end of the day for this team, Jesse.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, W's are always going to be a high for your team, right? And you know, you walk away with another victory here. Great job by them today. They're definitely going to be one of our favorites, I think, to watch throughout this tournament, Colin. So that's always going to be a fun one to watch. I hope tomorrow when we come back here, I hope we're going to get some really, really good games. I want to get a game like what you and D-Real had. That game looked so much fun to cast. I'm not going to lie. So if we get some games like that where things are just messy back and forth, that's what I want to see. When we're watching COD and it's everybody's coming through and you're kind of in this stage right now where everybody's kind of learning the game themselves, and it's going to get really, really, really fun to watch these teams really go at it with each other. So I think that's going to be something that we need to watch out for throughout this.
Yeah, it's a learning curve for sure, and a couple steps needing to be taken for a couple of these teams that we've seen so far on stream. But for Wake leadership, Jesse, for Wake Leadership Academy, I mean, I think when you look at a team so far, this team not only has won every single game that they've played today 2-0, but they've done it in such a way that just makes them look like they understand COD. They don't just understand COD in the games that they're playing, but they're also not only putting together the macro, but the micro strategy there behind Swag Checked. He just always finds himself in a good position to find 1, maybe even 2 kills.
Absolutely. I mean, and the thing for this team, right, you've got Swag Check running around, like you said, kind of doing everything that they need to do to find success on the map. And what's great is they've got kind of 3 dirty work players working around him, right? He can run around. He can just kind of be that demon on the map that everybody's going to be scared of, doesn't want to fall into. And then everybody else kind of wins the rotational battles. You've got Chacone, who's been hopping in the hill, just kind of sitting in the hill as well, right? It's been a really, really good job by this team, just kind of, like you said, finding their rhythm so far here inside of the game, but also just really hitting on a lot of those micro points that you need to find success in a lot of these maps, and they're doing a great job of that, and I expect to continue to see them doing that there. And honestly, with how this team has started, I expect to see them in the bracket play towards the end of it, for sure.
Of course. I mean, you and I both expect to see them in the bracket play, but this is leading to the end of the day with all our matches done for our schedule. We can take a look back at the giveaway that we have here for VESL, our MW3 giveaway, 3 copies for 3 lucky viewers. And today on December 11th, we've already given away 2. I want to give a big congratulations to Noxy and Eli Go Crazy for both winning a copy of Modern Warfare 3. I expect to see you guys in the server absolutely dominating, absolutely grinding out those camos, maybe playing some Warzone, maybe playing some zombies, or even hopping in to play ranked as soon as it drops. A lot of things to do inside of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, and I do want to give a big shout out to VESL for making this available for our viewers. And don't forget to go to youtube.com/@VESLGG. That is at VESLGG on YouTube. Subscribe, because this is not the only day of action that we do have for Call of Duty. We're going to be showing it all week long, and there's a chance for yet another giveaway on December 14th, Jesse. So there's a chance to win another copy of Modern Warfare 3 still.
Absolutely. And like Colin said, make sure you guys are subscribing. We want to make sure you guys are here all week long. Like you said, that copy of Modern Warfare 3 going to be going up. But also, guys, I know, today's game's on stream, maybe not the best, Colin. It happens. But guess what? They're only going to get better. The closer and closer we get towards the end of that bracket, once we get further and further down, the games are just going to get better. These teams, the matches, they're going to be a lot of fun. Make sure you guys are subscribed so you guys aren't missing out on any of that.
Of course. I mean, 5 days of play and 5 days of, who's going to take down Wake leadership at this point. I'm excited to see who's going to finally take the fight to them. I'm excited for the days coming up tomorrow. We're going to have more VESL. That is the Varsity Esports STEM League, and also show some love to STEM. Like D-Real was saying, everything going on with STEM is for the better of students. It's for the better of the society, on education, and, what can possibly be people's next step in their lives. So big love to STEM, big love to VESL for putting all of this on, and I hope to see you all back tomorrow for some more action here in the Call of Duty Esports League for VESL. Tomorrow is going to be the same time right here on the VESL YouTube channel. So have a great night, and we'll see you all tomorrow.